Baby, I just wanna be alone. I don't need your company, stop blowing up my phone. You don't get the things that I've been through, and I don't have the time to lay it all in front of you. And you think that you wanna save me. You don't know it, baby, why you do this? I got this under control. You think you do, but you really don't know that I don't need a savior. You can't be my savior. I'll save myself. I'll save myself. No, I don't need a savior. You can't be my savior. I'll save myself. I'll save myself. I'll save myself.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another. We've got a pretty long night of TRL games. There are four being streamed, just two being casted by me, and just one being casted by my co-caster here on the desk. Joining me is Scoodle. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. How's it going with you?
It's pretty chill. We've had a long week of TRL, and it's just starting to round out. There's not too much left here in the regular season. If we actually hide the past games, you might be able to notice that we are coming down to the last 2 days here of week number 4. We've just got Thursday and Sunday. Today being Thursday, we've got 2 games on Sunday. And that means these final seeds are looking pretty much done for the deal, Skittle.
Yeah, it's weird that it's already over. It feels like it just started a very short time ago. But there's still a whole lot of stuff to be played. There's especially towards the bottom, isn't there like a whole bunch of stuff that can still shake up? Some play-in spots that are on the line.
100%, yeah. Lots of playing spots on the line. Seed 7 through 10 are they're going through the blender right now, and professional bystanders, Mighty Ducks, we got a lot riding on today. Thursday, August 17th is a big day for the bottom 6 teams here in TRL. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on the other games, even though we are only streaming 4. We're going to try and get some updates from the other teams or other games out to the stream as soon as we can. Now, for our first game of tonight, we got 7:15. It's Common Collected on Team Pickle. Two teams that we have seen on stream over and over, and they've also solidified themselves in the top 6. Maybe not Team Pickle just yet, but they're looking to solidify themselves here, Scoodle.
Yeah, both these teams are very strong. Two goals, one cup. They might be the strongest team in the league. Team Pickle is no slouch though. I've spent some time looking over their games. They like especially Kaivo. If Dies and Kaivo can get Revan, like they're a really good team as well. I'm really excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, we've seen some ridiculous plays from Team Pickle and Divo and Kai's Divo and Kai. Holy. Davids and Kaiba, they've combined in so many ways. I mean, the passing plays they put up is ridiculous, but you can never say no to the Common Collective squad. That's Desolation, Toucan, and Tipsy. And Tipsy, this being his inaugural season, has done nothing less than fantastic. Now he's looking poised to take the championship if Common Collected keep playing like this. We're waiting on already for Common Collected, but once they give us that, should be good to go.
All right, I think I know the answer to this question, but which team do you have winning the series?
Ooh, I feel like the obvious answer is Comic Collector here, but honestly, this is one of the few times that I will confidently put the underdogs. I've got Team Pickle coming out on top, and that's just because we've seen how Kaivo can play. He's got a very high peak. A peak that I'd be willing to bargain is higher than that of Common Collected's usual peak. We'll see if
I
I get
mean,
proven wrong if we get into game number 1.
yeah, that's a pretty hot take. I definitely have Common Collected winning this in the long run, but if Kaido can like peak out of his mind, not necessarily out of his mind, but if he plays well tonight, he can definitely have the capability of just like outspeeding Common Collected. But as I'm talking, if he finds a way around whose I don't want to be on stream, is that Dice?
I believe it's Cameron.
Oh, oh yeah, it is Cameron. Well, too bad, Cameron. You're gonna be on stream, and as you're gonna be on stream as you barely managed to not make the save. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Team Pickle has also been really going through the blender. They've suffered losses for the last 4 of their series in a row at this point, and that mental is looking a little boomed. They're going to need every goal that they can take to start building up some of the momentum, start getting some wins under their belts before we get into the playoffs play-ins, where it's really going to matter, where every single win is not just necessary, but vital to keeping a tournament life alive.
Dezo so far in this game hasn't looked like he's been too much of his mechanical self, still kind of revving up. Most of his touches have been just kind of basic one-offers, not too typical for what he's been doing. But it hasn't been too unsuccessful so far. He's been getting around players, but Team Pickle is on the offense right here, but Toucan with just a massive clear to the other side, taking away any pressure they had whatsoever. But,
Yep.
as soon as it starts, they just put it back onto the orange side we see.
Speaking of Toucan, we're going to see some interesting plays out of him. He's Known for his heavy touches, big clears are what he strives for, and most importantly, you will see some ridiculous ego challenges as we start to get deeper into this series. They've come up every so often, and they never fail to catch the defense off guard. Now it's Team Pickle. They're gonna walk out with the demolition, courtesy of Kaivo. This ball floating out in the midfield. Toucan wants to take control, but he's not going to get much farther than Kaivo once again. And a great challenge by Toucan is going to rid Team Pickle of any possession they were considering of having.
Yeah, that's definitely like Toucan's biggest role in this team, like challenges and like kind of weird beats to like keep the pressure up in favor of Team Common Collected. If he can do that, I mean, this is just going to be like a dominating performance, but right now he beats one, but dies with a massive dunk. It's going to go straight down here for maybe an easy shot, but dies. Not quite close enough. Dezo does just kind of whiff the ball, and Toucan kind of willing to throw it away, but unfortunately, Cameron's nowhere near, and Kaivo gonna have to make a clear, but everyone misses in the entire field though. Oh my god, Kaivo gets a little something, but Tipsy is not wanting to let go of this vice grip that Common Collected have right now.
It's a little dicey on either side of the pitch a little bit. We start to heat up, and Common Collected looking like they don't want to let go anytime soon. It's Toucan with the initial touch. Diaz doesn't find the connection he was looking for at all, and that's going to be a free shot opportunity to Deso. And Deso slamming that one top bin. It's a 2-0 lead for Common Collected, and Team Pickle still looking for an insult.
Getting a little bit of little BM on the side of, or not BM, but complaining from the side of Cameron here. Didn't even touch it on the screen. You know, lag is something that happens, and it is unfortunate, but I don't know if it made too much of a difference in that play. Best he can do is try to get some offense going here, which Dies is trying to do. Maybe going for a bump on Dezo there, try to get him out of the goal, and Dezo is awkward, but he has possession. Kaivo needs to take it away from him right now. Tipsy, kind of an awkward touch here. This might be an overloaded play in favor of Team Pickle, but Cameron does just backflip, and it goes all the way back into the orange half, and they're going to have to scramble for any kind of defense here.
Yeah, the scramble, it was present though, as Diaz able to make the clearing touch just in time. Now Team Pickle, that's a demolition to their name, as Cameron sends this one high. Making Common Collected to use those precious resources, of which they are now kind of running out. They've only got a handful of boosts to work with. Dessa is going to use a lot of it here to make a slowdown touch, try to burn some time so that Team Pickle loses some of their offensive momentum. It does succeed, but it ends up right back into the hands of Diaz, the last person you want to see taking control of the play now, Skittle.
Yeah, you can see Team Pickle trying to get some like defensive passes going, but it's just not happening, and Dezo putting a whole lot of pressure on right there with a double flip reset. Tipsy looking to make something happen himself, but just not quite with the mechanics to do it. Cameron clearing it out, but it goes right to Dezo, who this has got to be terrifying for Team Pickle. He goes for a flip reset, not quite able to score it, but it's enough for Tipsy to get a dunk into the net.
Yeah, Tipsy goes low 50, but a big kudos to Dessa here, as Team Pickle just absolutely stranded on the goal line, so scared to challenge and without any momentum to their name. It's going to be Tipsy who wins out that 50, having much more momentum. He's going to win that low 50 pretty much every day of the week. Common Collected looking to take game number 1 in stride, and Team Pickle, they haven't found a solution to even maintain possession, let alone generate some offense. Oh my goodness, now Toucan's threatening the double tap. Dezo, he's going to lock in the double tap off of the initial double tap. You simply cannot stop Common Collected.
Yeah, there's no stopping Dezo in that situation. They're all low boost and flat-footed. At this point, this game is entirely over. It's just a little bit of styling by Dezo there. I wonder what they're gonna be talking to each other about to try to get into this next game, because, I mean, while this is a dominating performance, I mean, theoretically, they could still have some game in them if they're able to put some plays together in the following games. That's a big demo there by Toucan. We got a leave by Cameron. I guess he's trying to change his car. I'm not sure what the rules are about this.
I mean, it seems like he lost connection to me according to the match log, so we'll see if his team calls for the DC here. They do have the minute in between matches.
Yeah.
No DC voucher, just play on. Alright.
Okay.
They're running it.
So they're just going to use their minute?
No, I suppose they're not.
Are they just going to go 2v3, I guess?
We'll have to see here. They do seem like they are willing to undertake that challenge. So,
Okay. That's well, this might not be as serious. Is Kaibo always on 120 ping?
I don't think so. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to Kaiba's ping numbers too much since he hasn't really complained about it too often. This is a pretty unique situation that Team Pickle has found themselves in, as they
Yeah,
opt
would you
not
say
to
that
use
they're
the
in a
DC
pickle right
gotcha.
now?
Nah, man, they're probably used to it.
Oh, okay,
Oh
okay.
my goodness, so that was ridiculous. If he got that on target, I think Team Pickle just all F4s right then and there.
I mean, I think they might have metaphorically alt F4 it already with this 2v3 without waiting for Cameron. A little bit of unfortunate series, but maybe we can get some cool goals out of Team Calm and Collected here. We have at least one person who's very willing to show us some good freestyle shots. But if
Yeah,
there is
that person.
Sorry?
If there's a what now?
I mean, if there is a duo that can 2v3, it might be Dice and Kylo. Dice is like one of the better tier 2s in the league, and he is like a very comfortable teammate to play with. They might be able to get something going. I mean, it is 0-0 with a full minute in.
Yeah, we might see some funny things here. We might see Dies and Kaiba trying to pre-jump each other's passes a fair amount as we get deeper into game number 2. Still no sign of life from Cameron. The tier 3 of Pickle is just completely MIA. But Deso's putting up some cool shots. Tipsy as well, he's looking for some style points. All said and done, Calm and Collected haven't really cracked the first goal here. May that be out of not trying or maybe some superior defense from Team Pickle. I'll let the chat decide. But Team Pickle, maybe an opportunity to take advantage of some of that Calm and Collected ego. But speaking of ego, that's an ego challenge and a half. And Tipsy finds the first.
Was I wrong in thinking that Kaibo left right there? Or is it just like a glitch on my screen?
That may have been a glitch. Kaibo seems alive and well.
Yeah, he does seem like he's doing pretty good, and this went from a 0-goal game to a 2-goal game real quick.
Yep. I guess Common Collected decided that they needed to get some points on the board before pursuing some style points. And looks like they've done exactly that as Tipsy. He's looking to add another. Not gonna find it this time around. Dies. Oh no, he's been faked past Deso. Kaivo's there to clean up the mess though. Team Pickle, this could be their first opportunity in a while in game number 2, but they haven't been able to connect here just yet. And at this point, you gotta wonder when that tier 3 of Team Pickle is gonna start showing up again, or if he's gonna show up at all for that matter.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit less optimistic with each minute that passes. This... Oh, that's a pretty good save by Dives there. Kaiba able to follow it up with... Oh, is that Cameron? Oh my god, I'm bugging out of my mind. And he doesn't seem to be pleased.
Yeah, he does not seem to be happy whatsoever. As Team Pickle, it's... I believe they kept marching on without Cameron's approval here as... Okay.
There seems to be some interesting team dynamic stuff going on here. Cameron, is he just typing, or is he disconnecting still? Nope, he lost connection again. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, this is, he's coming back just for a split second only to be booted by the game once again. It simply could not be worse for Team Pickle right now as they find themselves in dire straits. Calm and Collected they're definitely going to send themselves to match point at this rate, and Team Pickle struggling in this 2v3, haven't been able to connect. They're probably in more ways than one, both the Wi-Fi and the goals.
Wow. I mean, at least we got Cameron to connect for long enough to say something. Oh, what a save by Toucan! Oh my god! What? Oh my god, this has been a fiesta.
It's just, oddly enough, I feel like we've gone the entire TRL season without any serious shenanigans happening. Yeah, we had the invisible car glitch for like a singular game, but that was about it. This is the first real big tech issue that we faced all season long, and to happen right at the tail end is really not what Team Pickle were looking for, as they want to close out their regular season with a bang. But they're getting the exact opposite of that right now, Scoodle.
I mean, one could consider this a bang. It's not a bang in their favor, but they're certainly getting banged right now. Dice doesn't seem too happy about something else. I mean, they might have just kind of concluded that no matter what happens this game, they're probably going to end up at the bottom of the people that don't need to be at the play-in, so they don't need to worry about it too much, but I mean, it seems like their heart is not in this series, if I'm going to be frank.
Yeah, that does seem to be the issue here. I'm receiving a lot of DMs from Cameron right now, unfortunately, and Common Collected. Looking like they want to finish off game number 2. As Tipsy, he's gonna take to the skies, looking for the flip reset, maybe. No, he's just gonna go straight air dribble, and it's into the back of the net. Team Pickle probably reading, Team Pickle probably reading the flip reset all wrong, but Tipsy does a great job of controlling the player right over their heads.
I wouldn't be surprised if he puts that in TRL clips, or if, like, Rocco ends up scooping it for the weekly clips video. Not a bad air dribble at all. Super nice by Tipsy. Now, with a 5-goal lead, can they step out enough to maybe get any MVPs into the books? That's a shot right there, but Dai's gonna deny it. Maybe Dai's shooting for the, what's it called? Defender MVP?
Yeah,
But still, kind of.
think so.
Dives
moly.
the VM. Love to see it.
And game number 2 comes to a rather slow-paced close, as there's some good banter in the chat, and if you guys caught it, then you guys caught it, but Team Pickle not gonna be on the happy end of this banter, as they're gonna have to struggle, find themselves a reverse sweep if they want to break the rather unfortunate loss streak that they've been having recently. And it's quite a time to be stuck in this situation. They've got to be hoping that their tier 3 returns with a little bit of a stronger connection, or at least maybe they call for the DC here.
Yeah, surely they call for the DC, right? I guess not. Cameron is not even in their voice call right now. He's probably restarting his computer or something. Hopefully he can come back. Dai's going for the coin flip gambit here, I suppose.
Yeah, Team Pickle is in pretty dire straits here. I mean, if they're willing to take a 50-50, it seems like that 50-50 might legitimately be better odds of what they've got to face playing an actual game. Toucan, he's gonna start off game number 3 with a low 50. Common Collected, they are all a business right now, people. They don't want to take part in any of the shenanigans. They look for the style points if they have the opportunity, but for the most part, as we saw in game number 2, they're just looking to walk away with the dub, finish this regular season off strong.
Yeah, Common Collected not afraid to be a little bit lame in this game. They are perfectly fine with turning it from a 3v2 into a 2v1 by demoing someone. They'll do whatever it takes, even if it's not fashionable. But that's a pretty good pass into the shot by Kaibu and Dies. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy infield by Kaibu. He absolutely dimes it up to Dies, and Dies, he deletes that one into the back of the net. Team Pickle, this could be what they need here. They want to start heating up and making this 2v3 a reality, but that kickoff has gone anything but in their favor, as Toucan, he's going to pick it up off the back of the Tipsy follow-up, and all 3 players getting involved for Common Collected here to make this 1-goal equalizer.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage on almost every single kickoff here. Dies with a pretty unfortunate side flip there. Not going to be able to put on any pressure for the little cruise team that they have going on here. Tipsy? Trying to get something going. Tries to outplay Kaiba, or Dies, but Dies a little bit too cerebral to let that happen. But Dezo, not interested in interesting gameplay happening, decides to absolutely kill Kaiba there. No chance at defense.
Yep, he gets demoed off the pitch, and Common Collected, like you said earlier, they're not afraid of taking the safe route out, making sure they confirm this game rather than playing any shenanigans. Especially in a league where the top couple of teams are so tight that even the point differential matters. then you know Common Collected is going to be looking for the sweet, sweet 3-0 victory. Make sure they can stack that point differential as much in their favor as they can. Because Alcoholic Dunks right now, I believe they've got the second place, leading in terms of point differential, but not by a big margin.
Ice does manage to beat everyone on their team. It's only Dezo back right now, but he does actually manage to beat Dice, and they should have a pretty free clear there, but they don't, and Kaibo gets it. I mean, I thought that they were out of it, but they're still trying their hearts out here, and it's a tied game 2-2 with 3 minutes remaining. That's kind of astounding that they're doing this well this game.
Yeah, you could feel Team Pickle will definitely start to build up some momentum, especially after that initial passing play from Kaivo onto Dice earlier in game number 3. They've been looking for some more, but I believe this might be a little bit difficult to stop as Dice. He's gonna be pursued for the demolition. Luckily makes the stop this time around. Toucan.
Oh.
This net, I felt like it was a little bit more open than it was initially made out to be. But Common Collected, not gonna find the opportunity just yet. Maybe Toucan will though, as Kaivo, he's retreating quickly back to his back post to make sure this onslaught stops even before it begins. That's a big demo by Dice to momentarily turn it from a 3v2 into a 2v2.
Dice looking to get around Tipsy here, but they're actually going to double commit on offense here. Very difficult gambit to commit to, but it's going to go straight down in front of the net, and there's Luma and triple commit on defense there. Try to not let that go in. Tipsy actually with an incredible touch and a pass up to Dezo, who gets a top bin shot. Could not be better placed out. Just unsavable.
Yeah, I mean, that's an unsavable shot even in a normal situation, and this situation is anything but normal. Time ticking down. As Deso, he's gonna take to the skies one more time, looking for the breezy. Unfortunately, with only the minuscule amount of boost in the tank, didn't get the power he was looking for. Team Pickle threatening to counterattack. They've been piling on the demolitions, trying to turn the tides in their favor whenever possible. Teams like Common Collected are always down to play, which is exactly what Team Pickle need to make this third goal comeback.
Yeah, they saw Common Collected getting all those demos a couple of minutes ago, and they realized that they can do that too, and it's a pretty good play. Love to see it happen. That's definitely one of the strongest plays that Dice can go for, just in general. Unfortunately, that touch is not great, but Deso really throws it away, and Kaibo's back on the ball with a shot opportunity here. That's going to go straight down and in front of the net. Can Dice score it from here? No, Common Collected super awkward, but Tipsy able to get a good touch, and Kaibo not able to get the touch he wanted. Dice is going to be scrambling on defense here. Demoed by Tipsy. It should be a... Oh, actually, incredible clear by Kaibo to send it back into the blue half here.
Not too much time left on the clock, and Team Pickle need every chip they can. Kaivo is going to try to for the fake challenge, but Tipsy is never going to be fooled there in the midfield. Maybe Kaivo, off the pinch from Dias, sends this one far into the blue corner, but right into the lap of Desolation, who's now picked up the 100 boost. Luckily, Dessa is not going to be the one in the driver's seat this time around, or else Team Pickle are definitely going to be staring down the barrel of another fancy clip, another show of mechanics. With time ticking down and the mental game definitely not present for Team Pickle, the last thing you want to see getting clipped on by the tier 1 of your opposition.
Yeah, I mean, so far this game, they've managed to stop any, like, real clips. Like, there was a good shot, but I don't know if this would consider it a clip. But there's still time here. Toucan is trying to get something going, but nothing is actually going to happen as they take an easy 2v3 sweep.
Yep, a pretty slow and expected ending here as Common Collected. Gonna finish this one off, and I think we'll go have a very quick word with them, but I can't imagine we'll be talking about too much, Scoop.
What a save!
I thought he was talking to
Oh.
me. I was like, dude, I'm saying sorry.
Joining me is Common Collected, that's Deso, Tipsy, and Toucan. I would be lying to you guys if I told you I have actual questions, because this series, well, it gave me more questions than it left, but not for you guys. How's it going?
It's going solid. I do feel bad about the whatever the situation was with them, because it's not the series we wanted, but yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting situation all around. I got to ask, what was the reaction coming from you three when you see Dias calling for no DC voucher used? What's your guys' reaction?
I was like, we're about to get shit on, dude. We're about to get rinsed.
My reaction was, Pastor's ready up. Let's get this next game going before he joins back up.
Don't worry, I installed a buckets mod auto ready up. So now I'll always be ready instantly.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
For sure,
Thank
man.
God.
Alright, well, I don't have too many questions. I think my only question for you guys realistically is, now that you guys have found yourself 8-3, I believe, how
8-2.
concerned are you? 8-2?
Yeah.
8-2, yeah. How concerned are you about 2 goals, 1 cup, or maybe some other second place teams coming to contend and take that number 2 spot away from you?
Well, if our next series goes well, I think we pretty much solidified second, so we're just looking forward to our next series in 20 minutes here, and we're hoping that we'll come out with a win.
For sure, for sure. And speaking of that next series, what are the plans to go into it? How are you going to make sure you come out with the dub?
I paid Rue $15 to slice
Let's
Team's
go!
controller cable, so we're hoping he comes in clutch there. I'm gonna do him a Valorant knife.
W. Great strats, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Scoodle, any quick questions?
I mean, this is the first time or the last time you'll ever be interviewed on stream, and I just have one question that I have a pretty strong opinion of. Do you think you guys are the best team in the league? You're gonna win it all?
I think we're one of the top 4 teams.
No, I don't think we are. We are. We are the best. Oh, no. Nah.
Scoodle's trolling you guys, by the way. Then the last time you would theoretically be interviewed is when you guys win grand finals, surely.
That's true. You guys actually will be interviewed every step of the way to grand finals as well.
Oh no, dude, the grand finals curse.
The grand finals curse. Will we break
trauma.
Deso's curse if we make it there? You will have
That's
to
the
see.
question. The $1 million question. GG's comment collecting. You guys put up a show. See you guys around. Oh, and good luck in
See
your
ya.
next series as well.
Thank you.
Well, pretty decisive 3-0 from those collective 3, as they're gonna walk out securing, well, not entirely 100% securing the second seed, but I think it's going to be pretty hard to contend against a monster 8-2 scoreline. Scoodle, although it was a pretty short-lived series, I enjoyed having you on the desk, man.
Yep. Thanks so much for having me, and good luck with your next series with Minnie. Send him
For
my
sure.
regards.
Have a good night, man.
See ya.
Cool. We're gonna take a rather extended break. Our next series is scheduled for 8 o'clock. It's not even remotely 8 o'clock. So we've got 15 minutes to burn. I'm gonna go ahead and run some ads, just take a little chill break. See you guys pretty soon.
chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Hey, our story never has to end. Eternal, I'm alive again.
We don't know what will happen tomorrow, but I hope a good surprise. I could flip all the time that I borrowed and make another life.
You can break my stride. There's a palace in my mind, made of light, and it shows. Yeah, yeah. The stars are falling, skies are raining low. Yeah, yeah. Forever I'm free, that's what could be. So I'm waiting. I don't need a rush, I'm patient. However long it takes, I'll be there one day. Hey. Eternal, I'm alive and chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Hey, our story never has to end. Eternal, I'm alive again. Eternal, I'm alive again.
Our story never has to end.
But you were always on my mind, and you were never far away. I know you'd always take your time. You light the sky up like the day. 'Cause you were always on my mind, and you were never far away. I know you'd always take your time. You light the sky up like the I never decided what's best for you. I'm troubled by the way that I can get to you. You're tougher than me and get under my skin. I'm paralyzed by your eyes, by your eyes, by your eyes. And I think that I'm right, that I'm right, that I'm right. But you were always on my mind, and you were never far away. I know you'd always take your time. You light Every little moment in disguise. Baby, it's a chance to make a start.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for the continuation of a long night of TRL matches. I've still got to make this prediction. I guess I forgot to. But we're going to be watching Cheesy Apple Balls versus Luma Fan Club just in a couple seconds here. Joining me is a Mini on the desk. How's it going, Mini?
Hey, Wasty was doing a lot of code breaking, a lot of charging cells, like
Wait, do we have
5,000 of them at least.
do we have enough cells, by the way?
Yeah, we summoned the boss. We
Let's
instantly died.
go.
Should be
Oh.
fun.
Wait, we need like a billion cells. It's okay, we'll cross that bridge later. For now, the bridge that we've got to cross is Cheesy Apple Balls versus Luma Fan Club. You're gonna get those channel point predictions, and while you still can, both teams are just starting to ready up. We are waiting on one player on the side of Cheesy Apple Balls. But when they are ready to go, we can get right into it here. Initial predictions on this one, Vinny.
It's gotta be a Luma's fan club victory, right? Right?
See, like, that's what you think, right? But hear me out. Hear
What
me
are you
out.
cooking, Wasty? Why are we even letting you cook?
Bamboo. That's the reason I'm cooking. That is the only reason I'm cooking right now. Like, come on, you tell me that bamboo isn't an instant shutdown to Argon.
No, it
That's
should
my
be.
that's my entire basis here for predicting Cheesy Apple Balls.
No, but I feel like in terms of this matchup, it's gonna be the battle of tier ones, Anna and Hotshot, because you have Bamboo and Argon, relatively the same player. You also have RB and Domo. I mean, RB or Antics, he should be better than Domo in terms of rank wise, but I guess in a TRL setting, Domo has been playing his role pretty well compared to his other season he's participated in. So it all just comes down to how does Anna and Hotshot approach this game.
Yeah, in theory, that's a blowout on the side of Hotshot, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You can never quite tell. We've still got a minute or two. Anna's finally joined up. Gonna check if both these teams are ready to go before we start getting into your for game number one. But chat, you guys agree with me, disagree with me, put your channel points in. That prediction will close when that first goal is scored. It looks like Luma Fan Club is quite excited to get into the series, and we'll see if their opponents are feeling the same way. They're not feeling the same way.
They're
We're still
not,
waiting.
dude.
We're still waiting.
But they're still getting set up over there on the side of Cheesy Apple Balls. I believe this is Luma's fan club last match. Yeah, this is basically their last match, trying to really secure that first seed spot.
Yep.
Technically, if they lose this match in 4 or 3, their first place spot is in jeopardy. But if they just get the 2 wins here, they clinch first place. They just need 2 wins. They got first place for Luma's fan club. Cheesy Apple Balls, I think they can still get second place, maybe. I don't know. I'm not doing the math correctly right now at the moment. They can still get second, but I feel like they can't drop anywhere below 6 after that Team Pickle loss. Yeah, I think after that Team Pickle loss, I think Cheesy Apple Balls, they can't place below 5th. I think they're already a top 6 team. So at this point, you're just playing for seeding, right?
Yeah, 100%. We'll just have to see as we get right into it for game number one as kickoff commences, and we've got 6 stellar players on the pitch up in the upper echelon of TRL teams. This is going to be a battle for the making. This might, although it'll give you a small taste of what we're going to see as we get into this playoffs in just a week or so. With both these teams performing so well, especially in the past. And we see some good stuff tonight, especially if Luma Fan Club are able to break out of their own half here.
Argo with a little air dribble trying to send this one down across the field, but unfortunately for him, Antics got on the way of that. Now Hotshot, not enough boost to go for the double touch. Bamboo needs to make touch on this though. He does off the backboard. Argo with the follow, sends it down mid. Antics on an awkward spot, needs to win this 50 on Domo, but Domo wins the 50, keeping more pressure on Luma's fan club. It's Bamboo now. Trying to transition to the midfield, but Argon denies it. Looking for the double jump, and he slams
Yes.
it. Luma's fan club. They strike first.
Argon, I mean, what a way to start off this series as he nails the double tap and RB antics. He was close to making the stop, but you can't really stop an Argon. He was coming at your backward full boost to his tank, and really not much you can do to prevent that situation, unless, what if you were pushed up on that backward already? Isn't that an astounding thought, Mini? Something that Cheesy Apple Balls might have to take account for as we get deeper into the series.
Yeah, I mean, I always been saying every time I'm on here, that backboard. It's a juicy spot when it comes to scoring goals. It looks like Hotshot's abusing it, trying to send this one down across the box, but Ashley pinches it away. Bamboo on the dribble has no boost. Sal gets it around the defender and looking for the redirect. Shot's really wide. She's going for the rebound, but Hotshot denies it. Looking for the clear as well. Right to Argon. Argon looking for the redirect. Can't get that one in. And that was another opportunity for Luma's fan club, but this time they couldn't execute it.
Oh, still, the creativity coming out of Luma Fan Club, this is the reason why they've so confidently taken the first seed, haven't they? Now Hotshot, he's going to take to the skies, uses pretty much all his resources to get to the midfield line. It's all up to his teammates now as Bamboo, through the corner, gets the pinch out, whereas Anna's up quickly, but Hotshot's up quicker. And going to be taking the rotation back, and good passing plays from Cheesy Apple Balls as they pass the ball amongst themselves, looking to keep possession, and although it may look like the ball is not advancing any farther, Cheesy Apple Balls doing a good job of keeping the ball into their possession.
Yeah, Anna looking for the top pin, but it hits a crossbar, but she gets the follow-up hot shot, not able to react to a poor shot. I mean, it was kind of a poor shot, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it was still savable for hot shots end, but hey, Cheesy Apple Balls, they tapped the game.
And that's a great way. It was all definitely in there as she sent the initial one ricocheting off the crossbar. The Apple Balls are able to sweep that one in for a first. Looking at a second off the kickoff, it's Anna as she sends this one to the top bin and a monumental save from Domo. Gonna keep that one out of the blue side of the net. But for how long is Cheesy Apple Balls coming to bear down once again? It's Bamboo. He doesn't have much boost this time around, but you knew as soon as he comes off with the possession, he's gonna have those mechs on full display.
Antics took a bit of time there as he had a lot of space, but Bamboo will help him out with the big boy clear. Hotshot on the backboard. You know, covering that backboard, as we always said, the backboard's a sweet spot for TRL. Hotshot's all over it, but now Cheesy Apple Balls task on the defense. Argon with the redirect off the backboard. He can't get it this time around. Bamboo with the clears, looking for the follow-up touch. He ends up getting the demo on Argon instead. Zero boost in the midfield. Can't get this around Hotshot. Hotshot's playing it very safe, but he still loses the 50 regardless. Domo trying to do his best to clear it away, but it goes right into Argon. Looking for that second touch. Antics keeping pressure, but Hotshot gets the clear. Bamboo once again off the back wall. Can't get the follow. Domo with the missed touch. Bamboo with the follow-up, and there it is. Cheesy Apple Balls getting the lead.
And Cheesy Apple Balls, of course, it's Bamboo. He's a man on the mission, as unfortunately Domo comes up empty on the backboard. And an opportunity to be formed and an opportunity to be nailed as Cheesy Apple Balls. 1 goal lead. Time ticking down here for Luma Fan Club to make this goal comeback. However, with the creativity that we've seen from Argon, especially in game number 1 in particular, you're gonna see him pushing up pretty hard into that orange side of the pitch. You can already see him. He's just gone straight full send. He's gonna be looking for Luma Fan Club to get a passing play going.
See Luma's Fan Club trying to do their best to get a counter-attack going. These whiffs in the midfield is not gonna help. Anna on the dribble. She gets the 50 on Hotshot, but goes right into Bamboo's laps. He's going for the quick shot, but Hotshot immediately denies it. Now Anna gets this turn, but I think she missed just to bounce a little bit, and Hotshot with the counter. It's a tie game here, Wasey.
Yeah, you gotta think that Anna should have had a free collection and a dribble, but like you said, the reception just not quite there, and that's going to allow Hotshot to drill that one in. An equalizer, Luma Fan Club. And I think they're lucky stars. They had that opportunity. And it's going to be Argon, and immediately off the kickoff, he's off the ceiling. Luckily, Antics is there. Keep that one at bait. Oh, definitely Anna. This is a great chance at a counterattack, but Hotshot makes it back in the nick of time to keep that one out of the net. And with a minute on the clock, it's really coming down to golden goal scenario here for game number 1, and an incredibly important game number 1 to decide who gets the early start and momentum to determine maybe the fate of the series.
Yeah, knowing point of the end of the season, most teams, at least on the top 6 sides, have been falling apart recently. And this game 1 is actually means more than anything, as you just said. Anna trying to get a reader right, but that touch was not as powerful as she wanted it to be. Bamboo, last one back. Let's have to rush his touch, and he ends up doing it. Hotshot might have a free open net here. And he hits it to the back wall. Let's say Anna looking for the clear and the bump as well, trying to dodge it. She does that efficiently to Argon with a quick shot. Bamboo can't reach it in there, and Argon sneaks one through. Luma's fan club gets the late lead.
Oh, that's just disaster from Cheesy Apple Balls. They went from having the confident 1-goal lead to dropping 2 in a pretty quick fashion. Now, they find themselves in dire straits here, Mini, as time ticking down precious seconds. The kickoff does kind of go in their way here as Anna comes off with a clean possession in the corner. You can see Domo is hot after her tail, looking to delete her off the pitch. He's not going to find it, but Hotshot's going to find the passing play off of Domo, and he's going to drive the nail into the coffin here for game number 1.
Yeah, they just, I ain't got much words to say here other than just good performance coming out from both teams. I mean, Cheesy Apple Balls, they did a good job in this game 1. Just a little bit of a sillies. Like, that was kind of like the main issue with them the last time we saw them on stream. Just there's a bit too many sillies, but other than that, everything else, they seem to be knowing exactly what to do with those midfield passes. So, and I guess this time around, it was just a little mishap on the defense 2 times for Cheesy Apple Balls. Luma's fan club, easy to capitalize.
And a great performance from Luma's fan club here in game number 1. We're going to be looking to see what Cheesy Apple Balls are able to make do with here, as, like you said earlier, they definitely had a general idea of what to do, but we saw the miscatch from Anna and also saw Bamboo floundering a little on the defense to really lock down game number 1 in favor of Luma fan club. Then, of course, there was great passing play from Domo and Hotshot that was the resulted into the 4th goal. And now as both teams begin to ready up here, let's see what Cheesy Apple Balls have got in store for us.
Yeah, same game plan. Just overload the pressure. Start grabbing the boost whenever you can. Just control the midfield boost. Control your opponent's boost if you can. And at some point, the defense will crack and the net will be open. Cheesy Apple Balls looking to start off with a kickoff goal and looking for that demo as well, but Argon's quick to react to that one. Bamboo getting the solid 50. Can you get this around Domo? But Domo, solid man. Looking for the clear as well, but Antics is quick to that one. It's the pressure for Cheesy Apple Balls starting.
Yep, they're starting off hot here, Mini. Exactly what you want to see. If you're Cheesy Apple Balls, they come off with a possession as well. Anna sends it high. Antics, he's up quickly. He's got the top left in mind. But Luma Fan Club have got it on a lock. Well, that's a really missed opportunity for definitely Anna. She finds herself without a touch and without any boost. It's going to be a slow rotated. Cheesy Apple Balls, the defense in shambles right now as 2 consecutive missed touches almost led Luma Fan Club to adding a quick and easier first in game number 2.
There's another opportunity with the Argon pinch, but it hits the post and out. And Anna, last one back, needs to make contact with a touch. Argon's very quick to that one, and Argon comes out of nowhere. And he scores first for Luma's fan club.
What an angle from Argon. Thought that one was going to go off the post for a second, but he just made magic work as he's been the person who put in the first goal back in game number 1 now. He's repeated history here again in game number 2. You've got to find a way to shut this man down. Bamboo is definitely trying his best, but we've also got Hotshot there to contend with, and these two are combining in a way that we've just seen before over and over again. And if you can't find a way to shut down this dynamic duo, you're getting nowhere if you're Cheesy Apple Balls.
Anna and Bamboo need to find a way to start linking, as well as Hotshot and Argon, because like what you just said, the Hotshot and Argon duo is waking up a little, which is scary for other teams in the league. That Argon and Hotshot have not been really connecting in the most recent games, but obviously they're still winning, but they're not in the most dominant way that we're used to them winning. Anna getting the 50 on Hotshot and Argon antics with an open net, but I don't know if you have any boost, but Domo gets back in time.
Domo doing a good job keeping control of that 1-goal lead. Is it enough though? You got to wonder as Cheesy Apple Balls once again looking for an opening. Bamboo, he's come up empty. That's gonna force Antics to go up early, but no, it's off. It's entirely empty. And it's both teams kind of in shambles here in the midfield. Luma Fan Club definitively keeping pressure when possible, but overall, a couple funny, goofy little whiffs on either side. Hotshot, he's not whiffing this opportunity though. He finds a second.
Yeah, it's double touch off the ceiling, whatever you want to call this, and no one from, I mean, and almost getting there in time, almost reacted in time, but it was just a mechanical outplay from Luma's Fan Club, expected from Hotshot as well. But when he's feeling mechanical, you can expect shots like that coming out of him. Luma's Fan Club, they doubled their lead.
Into the Apple Balls. It may not look like much, but they've had more than a handful of unanswered goals here, especially since they lost that one goal lead back in game number 1. They haven't been able to come up with anything remaining scoreless here in game number 2. Halftime here, and still Cheesy Apple Balls. It's going to be Antics, who's up to take the flip reset. Able to dish this one infield, Anna's going to be rushing to try and recover possession before a challenge comes. But she's not going to be able to stop the oncoming challenge from Domo. Anna, she's looking for the dribble, gets it around 1, she's not going to get it around 2 though.
The Argon with the quick challenge to the ceiling, and Antics can't get the read, and Argon gets credited for the goal. A lot of whiffs on the defensive line we see for Cheesy Apple Balls. It's not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, not just on the defensive line either. I feel like there's been some crucial touches which have been missed, which are desperately needed to maintain that midfield presence, and they've just not been present if you're Cheesy Apple Balls. Got to wonder what's gone wrong here, as game number 1 at least, we weren't seeing this level of, well, it's gone even horribly wrong, as another series of team bumps, I should say, might lead to a Luma Fan Club opening.
Yeah, a series of unfortunate events coming up for Cheesy Apple Balls. They really gotta lock back in, just brush off everything, just restart, mental reset if you can in the middle of this game to start bringing into game 3. As we see, Luma's Fan Club though, they're trying to put salt in the wound, trying to make things worse, but Cheesy Apple Balls looking to prevent any of that happening and start getting some form of momentum coming into the next game.
Yep, momentum is everything, especially if you're Cheesy Apple Balls. You need anything you can get. Just even a series of solid touches at this point might make them feel a little bit more confident about that challenge that they've got to face, as now they're staring down the barrel of needing a reverse sweep to come back here in this series. And I believe Luma Fan Club, you mentioned they need to, and I believe they may have just found it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. They got their 2 wins. They have basically clinched the first seed. Luma's Fan Club has been proving dominance the entire leagues. I mean, there's really not that much you can do. That Hotshot Argon dude has definitely been something that we've been talking about every time we've seen him on stream. And we're seeing more of it happening in this series alone. GC Apple Balls have no response to it either.
Yep, absolutely nothing, but they're not the first team in this league to be stuck in this situation. Luma Fan Club has swept many a team, and now you can see why they've come off as the first seed, having officially locked it down with game number 2 coming to a close. It's going to be hard to take down the Titans of TRL. There's only been one team who has done it. That is Balls Deep in Your Net. They are the last saviors of TRL, and no one else, Mini, has even come close.
Hey, but you know what? Antics got a goal. And that's all I'm saying. They got something going into game 3. You know, it's nice to have a goal in your name, under your name, and it looks like they might have a second one here, but Bamboo hits it right to the backboard instead. Anna trying to get the follow, but it's not enough. Luma Fan Club, match point 2-0 in the series. GC Apple Balls, they can either make this very interesting or make me go to bed early.
Yep. Those are both equal possibilities here, as another blank slate as we get into game number 3. Exactly what Cheesy Apple Balls needed. They needed to see that scoreline reset to 0-0. They needed to know that there is still hope left. But it's really going to come down to that mental game to see if both these teams, if all 3 of these players have got what it takes to uphold that mental fortitude. And looks like Cheesy Apple Ball is taking that full 1 minute in between games to ready up, talk about what they could do differently here. Every communication is going to matter.
start game 3 here. Cheesy Apple Balls, they are down 0-2, but they're not out just yet, Wasey. I mean, this is just a seeding game after all, nothing too high at stakes. Stakes have never been lower here, but hey, man, it's for pride, you know. It's why people do other Rocket League leagues, you know, the ones with no prize pool at all. We're very lucky that we're one of the few leagues that do prize pools, by the way, which I'm excited to announce the amount that we're getting, Wasey, later at the stream, actually towards the end of the stream. I won't be here when it happens, but can't wait for that.
It is a chonky number, by the way, for anyone just tuning in. It's definitely a tad more than I was expecting, and we'll have to get around to those shoutouts later because there's some big names who have made this prize pool the reality that it is. Luma Fan Club looking, they might have a sweet opportunity at a cash grab. They're able to keep up this dominant level of performance throughout the course of the playoffs, which is happening not too far away from now. We got the play-ins and just after the end of this week, and then after that, it's gonna really come down to the wire, Mini.
You know, there's something that I'm more excited about than the actual playoffs. The play-ins.
What is that? Oh yeah.
That should be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm pretty sure everyone in this league is looking forward for the whole play-ins tournament. But from now on, we just have to watch teams battle it out for seeding purposes. But hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at those play-in teams, the 7 through 10 seeds, they're just so close. And I think we're going to be casting one of those close matches later tonight, hopefully. Not going to be covered by me personally, Rocco and Hotshot, or are they going to be taking over there? But that's, I mean, we're going to have some banger series coming up. I know we've got Crabby Days, which is going to be their time to shine on stream, and later on we got Mighty Ducks as well. Maybe Cheesy Apple Balls is their time to shine on stream right now.
Yeah, just straight out a 1v3 play coming out of from Bamboo. That's the man that you were talking about earlier, Wasey. The Bamboo, he is a difference maker for this team. Whenever he shows up, Cheesy Apple Balls, they do some serious damage. And Bamboo, I mean, living up to the hype, getting that first goal here for Cheesy Apple Balls.
That's just what you needed. Bamboo was actually responsible for putting in the first goal back in game number 2. Maybe that's the one goal they needed for a momentum shift. Definitely Anna has sent this one wide, and that's going to be a free possession for Luma Fan Club. As Argon sends this one far downfield, Hotshot's got a free possession. He's going to send it hard and high as well. No one taking opportunity for Cheesy Apple Balls here to gain some space, and in doing so, they've allowed Luma Fan Club to settle into that defensive rotation where it seems Luma Fan Club can thrive in that situation over and over.
Yeah, we can thrive so much, but if there's no exciting offensive pressure coming out, you are going to be stuck scoreless. Luma's Fan Club, they're trying to make this one a clean game. Not really making it. I think they're pretty much relying on the mistake from Cheesy Apple Balls, which pretty much have been what's been happening recently. Anton's looking for the quick shot, catches the rotations off guard, and Cheesy Apple Balls, they're up 2.
Yeah, I mean, the great pass from Bamboo infield and Antics. No one was expecting that amount of power. In fact, it slams into the back of the net at 118 kilometers per hour. My goodness, a screamer for Cheesy Apple Balls as they add a second. Now Luma Fan Club, although being the highest rated team here in TRL thus far, could still be at a chance of upset if Cheesy Apple Balls are able to continue the streak of offense that they found. With time ticking down here, Luma Fan Club, you said it best, Minnie. We're not seeing some exciting offense out of them. Game number 3 is not going to look too great.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like they're just trying to wait for Cheesy Apple Ball's mistake, but it looks like they limited the amount of sillies. As I say that ball goes around Anna and Argon. I don't know where he came from, coming up from the corner boost. But hey, I mean, he cuts the lead. He didn't even. I know. Hey, he cuts the lead in half. What more can you ask? He did what he had to do.
Yep, Luma Fan Club. Now within reaching distance once again as Hotshot takes to the skies. Definitely Anna. She's up quicker. Needs to shut down Hotshot whenever he's up, and exactly what she's attempting to do here. Although, Luma Fan Club, it's once again Domo in the skies. He's looking for the instant shot on target, maybe even the dunk. Bamboo's got it covered to the corner this time around. Argon, he's looking to advance. Feels like every time Argon has the ball, he's been able to make some magic happen. Oh my goodness, what a save from Antics. as he doinks that one off the ground into the corner. A miracle for Cheesy Apple Balls.
I was a little worried at first. I was like, he doesn't have to go for that squishy save. He could have just saved it normally. And I was a little worried that that might have costed him, but he made it close. But he still got the save by the end of the day. GG Apple Balls still have a 1-goal lead here in Game 3. Trying to, you know, not get swept. You don't want to get swept. It's not a nice feeling here. GG Apple Balls looking to make sure that doesn't happen. There's 38 seconds remaining here. Argon. A very fast pitch. Antics to take control of this. He did get the really good first touch. Argon with the pre-jump, not able to get the read. Antics might have a chance. He's taking a sweet time. Bamboo
No.
trying to call him off, but I think the jumps coming out from Antics might have thrown up Bamboo a bit, and now they're just giving a possession wasty. But Anna denies it instantly.
Yeah, I audibly face palmed on screen for that moment. I feel like the amount of miscommunications that we've seen from Cheesy Apple Balls is it's outnumbering the nice moments they've had. That's like a ridiculous save as Hotshot's able to send it wide. But they're gonna be struggling to break out of their own half here. Hotshot keeps it alive. But it's gone into no man's land as Cheesy Apple Ball smacks that ball down. And they find a first.
They didn't get swept. I mean, they got one game. I mean, this helps them if they care about seeding. But, yeah, I mean, kudos to Cheesy Apple Balls. Like, they just, I mean, there's a lot of communication errors, though. A lot of double commitments, a lot of team bumps. We've still seen that a couple of times, notably what we saw in the last 10 seconds. But other than that, I mean, the whiffs are gone. They look pretty much clean on defense. They're doing great on the boosting game as well. It just, like I said, this team can be very consistently annoying to go against when they're not missing the ball.
Yep, it's really just going to come down to them keeping those clean rotations. As if they are able to improve on some of those miscommunications, the T-bumps that we saw, then this series could be looking a lot more different as both teams begin to ready up for game number 4. Still, we've got Luma Fan Club on match point looking poised to wipe away this series from under the noses of Cheesy Apple Balls if Cheesy Apple Balls let anything slip.
Game 4 started the reverse sweep here. Cheesy Apple Balls looking to do what 9 other teams couldn't do except for one, which is take down the Titans, that is Luma's fan club. But Anna looking for a quick shot. Hotshot's ready for it. And sends this one back mid, but Argon's ready for that one. Intercepts any pass comes through. Antics looking to fight Anna on the back wall, but Hotshot denies it. Argon to the backboard, but this time Bamboo is ready.
And you could see there as well, you saw Antics just do like the ever so slight jump in the midfield and then get called off by his teammates. This goes to show you that the communication is at least there for Cheesy Apple Balls. Got to keep it up here. You can't afford a double commit or a missed opportunity like that if you can allow Luma Fan Club to find a first. Now Argon to the sidewall. The bounce is not entirely in favor of Domo here. He's going to have to walk out, rotate away, allow his teammates to rotate in. But he was also looking for a bump as he rotated away. You can see Luma Fan Club looking for any opportunity to generate some pressure, even while not on the ball mini. That's what it takes to really be a stellar team.
Yeah, just knowing that the team is just strong, that they can be anywhere in the field really is enough of a pressure itself. Cheesy Apple Balls, they've been holding their composure for the majority of this game so far. The midfield pass is coming out, but Bamboo not able to make contact with that. Anna trying to keep something going, but ball goes right into Hotshot, who's looking for the double charge. Actually off the backboard, dump with the follow-up, but not able to find that one on target. Argon trying to pass it right back to Hotshot. Bamboo intercepts it, and now on the counter, Cheesy Apple Balls on a 1v3 play from Bamboo. He hits it right to the backboard, but this time, Hotshot's all over it. He's always been covering the backboard, and Cheesy Apple Balls, so you gotta look for something else that's not just the backboard to get some plays in.
Yeah, we've seen Cheesy Apple Balls do their best to slow the play down when possible. Also see some good infield passes. It's Anna. But no, everyone's been deleted off the pitch. You can't have an infield pass if there's no one to pass to. For that matter, there wasn't even a passer in that play. He'd been deleted off the pitch as well. As Luma Fan Club from the corner. No boost for Argon here as he's going to take the long road back to the back post. Hotshot over to Domo, but Hotshot's actually go up a second time here. Even though Domo was in position to make a touch, Hotshot felt like he was a speedier one to take control of that ball. Luma's Fan Club, although still eggshells for game number 4, 0-0. No one's broken it just quite yet.
Yeah, it's been a messy game for Luma Fan Club. I mean, compared to games 1 and 2, this is not the same team that we've been watching. A lot of whiffs, a lot of miscommunications, and luckily for them, Cheesy Apple Balls have been able to capitalize on them, punish them for it. This might be a chance here. Bambi looking for a quick shot, gets it around Argon, but hot shot. Lost one back, near post. But now Argon in the perfect position, looking for the 50 on Anna, but Anna plays someone safe to the corner. Hot shot and Domo are both up. Might be an opening chance here, but Bamboo, he hesitated a little bit, which might have cost him the pass. And that shot, and Luma's Fan Club on the possession, but 2 players go and whiff. Luma, or I was going to say Luma's biggest fan, but it's actually Doma. Argon sending that one mid, and a lot of opportunities. GG Apple Balls, but they can't find it. They can't see it.
To the Apple Balls, they need all the support they can get if they want to walk out with this game, because my goodness, the demolition is definitely coming out as well on either side of the pitch. And Antix, he's going to be looking for one on the goal line. Finds one in the corner. Bamboo's up quick. He's got Anna in the midfield as well to work with right after this touch from Hotshot. Going to be Anna who rotates in, trying to take control. But no, he's been outright dusted by Argon. And that's just an open net for the picking. Disaster has struck for Cheesy Apple Balls.
Yeah, I think Anna thought she had enough time to, get the little turnaround and get the ball, but Argon, he's just more faster and able to see that Anna's in an actual awkward position. As the kickout goes in heavy favor of Luma's Fan Club. Argon looking to double the lead, but Antix getting the save. Now Bamboo trying to do everything he can to get some pressure going to tie up the game here. As this is basically it. If you don't get a goal here, that's a big one coming out from Anna. Doma looking for the punish, but the hit's a wide now. Bamboo on the 1v1. He's looking for the, I don't know what he was looking for. Somebody who would just slow it down, wait for a team to demo hot shot. But even then, it's not enough.
Yep, but thankfully for Cheesy Apple Balls, Luma Fan Club weren't able to lock in that insurance goal that they were looking for. That leaves a sliver of hope for Cheesy Apple Balls to send this one into an overtime. But my goodness, Argon and Hotshot just so fast around the pitch. It's hard to catch them lacking. It feels like they're always in position. Hotshot is gonna send this one high into the corner, just looking to burn, just bleed this last few precious seconds off the clock here, Mini. It's looking like Cheesy Apple Balls. It might just be over.
And as you say that, the dagger comes out for Domo. He should have had that one earlier, but he's finally got it under his name. And this will be a 3-1 victory for Luma's Fan Club. 10-1 record. The only team that can hit the double-digit win mark. And yeah, Cheesy Apple Balls. They win through. Not Cheesy Apple Balls. Luma's Fan Club. They win 3-1.
Yep, a pretty dominant performance from Luma Fan Club as they walk away with the gentleman sweep, having also secured that first seed in the process. There's not much anyone can do or say to dispute this team from being the best in TRL right now. Let's go have a word with them. Joining me is what's up? Joining me is Luma Fan Club. That's Argon, Domo, and Hotshot, the undisputed #1 in TRL. After having locked away that series, no one can even mathematically challenge you guys now. #1, how's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I'm still a little upset. We should have had a perfect season. Not like blaming it on anyone. I'm just saying kind of unlucky, but it kind of feels nice though not being undefeated because we have a little less of a target on our back now. But
yep, that's always good. And were you guys expecting the gentleman sweep coming to this match? If not, how'd you guys make it a reality?
Oh wait, do you want me? Oh, I guess I'll talk. Sorry.
Anyone, yeah.
I mean, I was expecting a light 3-0, 3-1, which I mean we could have had the 3-0, but to be honest, after we got the second game win and I kind of knew that we basically already secured the 1 seed, I was kind of just chilling, not trying as hard as I was game 1 and 2, and I mean that's kind of why they came back on game 3 and took one from us. And that was when I was like, let's just lock in, finish game 4.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys definitely locked in. You finished out with a bang, and I don't think anyone else even comes close in terms to the point differential. Got 2 goals, 1 cup is gaining in terms of the differential ratio, but they just don't have the wins quite yet. Such a dominant performance, and we've also got to talk to Argon and Domo, as feels like your roles have definitely morphed a little bit ever since the beginning of the season. It's been a long road until now. How do you feel your roles have changed compared to yourself to the beginning of the season?
You can go first, Argon.
So at the starting of the season, my priority was just getting passes out to Hotshot, and
For
then
sure.
throughout the season, there's days where Hotshot's just not on it, or I'm just not on it. So we're trying to pick up slack where it comes. And I think that match we lost was more of a growing pain than anything, figuring out when we need to fit into different roles. So I just think that the adaptability came with more time.
Yeah, for sure. Very strong words, Demo. Any quick words to say?
Same throughout this whole series. I mean, it's been a huge learning experience for a lot of us. We each have different play styles of our own, very unique. But I think we're starting to mash together, moving into the playoffs and the final stretch of the seasons, and
Gotcha.
I think it's going to play out pretty well for us.
Definitely. Now you guys have been able to make it this far. You guys find yourselves in the playoffs. Would you say you've reached your highest potential as a team, or is there still a bit of room to grow here as you start to have a real opportunity at grabbing that prize pool?
I wouldn't say we're anywhere near our potential yet. I mean, like, I'm still trying to get back to where I was at the beginning of the season when we were like crushing every team. But I mean, like, even now, like, when we've kind of started playing better as a team, if we can like fit that playing better as a team while also me getting back to the beginning of the season form, I don't think there's a single team that can stand a chance against us.
Except balls deep in your net.
Nah,
Except balls
that was
deep
a
in your net.
fluke win. Rocco needed it to make playoffs. He slipped me a 20 under the table.
That explains a little bit more, doesn't it? Well, I think I'll let you guys' gameplay do the talking here. That's going to end it for my questions for the night. Mini, any quickies?
Ha! Lacey! You know the answer
Mini.
to that one.
All right, Luma's fan club. It's always good seeing you guys on the pitch. Another dominant performance, another win. I can't get tired of it though. GG's guys. Have a good night.
Bye, Minnie. I love you.
Bye.
Oh. And with that, we're gonna conclude that interview. That was Luma fan club Argon Domo Hotshot #1, baby. That's what they are. No one has an opportunity to contest them now. They've mathematically clinched that seed. And with that in mind, we're gonna take a couple minutes of break. Mini, you casting next year's or no? I don't remember.
I am.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna be signing off for the night personally. GG's. Hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll be back later tonight, post 9:30, to announce the prize pool along with my other co-casters. But until then, see you guys soon. I am Wasey, and you're gonna be left in the good hands of Mini and Rocco. Canon next at 8:45. See you guys soon.
Close eyes.
Stream starting.
Yo, what is up, Wacy?
How's it going at Rocco? I'll let you bring this one in. It's all you guys from here or not.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, if I could receive a party invite, I was unable to get that party invite before. But
He
welcome,
put
welcome.
the info, I believe.
Ah,
We have broadcasting
the
password.
secret broadcasting channel. Well, as I enter in that info, I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to the stream. I'm Pasta Mafia, happy to be here streaming this match tonight. We've got a wonderful matchup between Crabby Days and Cosmonauts, and apparently it is Crabby Days' first time on stream. They've been on our side stream, I believe, was hosted by J-Base a little while back, but every time we've tried to host them, it just quite hasn't worked out. So I'm excited to see Crabby Days. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say my prediction for this match is going to be in favor of Crabby Days. Minnie, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, and tell the stream what you think your prediction is going to be for today.
I already introduced myself earlier today. I mean, I've streamed the first match. Not the first match, the second match. So I've been here before. But welcome, Rocco, to the desk. Welcome. And my prediction for this matchup, I'm gonna have to go Cosmonauts here. I think Terminator has been putting in the work. He's been hitting clips every day. You go to the clips channel, there's at least one Terminator clip in there. So, and I think if that keeps up, then yeah, I think Krabby Days might be in trouble here, but we haven't seen how Krabby Days played at all. Like, yeah, you said they've been on the alt stream of J-Base, but I personally haven't seen them. So
That
I
is
don't know how they
absolutely
play.
fair. That is absolutely fair. And looks like, do we have everybody in here? Looks like I think we're still missing at least one or two.
We're missing a whole team.
Okay, because it said, oh, well, it said 6 because there's 3 casters. That would explain it.
Honestly, just send me, you, and Wasey on the field. So free.
I'm down. Can we get a ref? Minnie, you're the ref. Can you agree to that? Say it's a fair matchup.
Yeah, it's a fair matchup. Yeah.
Balanced teams, right?
The teams are always balanced. If you complain about teams, we'll just send you to jail.
Yeah,
Or
skill issue. Who would complain about teams in a TRL like this setting when we have very fair, balanced teams? Well, as we wait for a couple of our friends, let's chat about the schedule. What are the stakes going in for these two teams? Looking at the schedule right now, we've got Crabby Days and Cosmonauts kind of fighting it out for the 8th and 9th seed. Should this match go in favor of Crabby Days, they would go up to 5-5, 1 match remaining. And should it go in favor of Cosmonauts, looks like they're going to go to 4-5, 1 match remaining. This match could determine who gets that 8th seed, and going into a little bit of the significance of that 8th seed, right? Whoever is in the 8th seed spot, they get another life, essentially, right? So the way plans are going to work, if you're not quite familiar back at home, the 7th and 8th teams battle it out, and the 9th and 10th seed teams battle it out, while the 11th and 12th seed teams are eliminated. Now, those 7th and 8th teams, the winner advances into playoffs as the 7th seed. The loser plays the winner of the 9th and 10th seed teams. What that means is if you're the 8th seed team, you can lose 1 game, win your second game, and still be in playoffs. Now, if you're the 9th seed team, if you lose that first game, you're done. You have to win 2 games in a row to make your way into playoffs. So that's why this match could be very significant to update those standings. We'll see how it kind of pans out after this. But right now we have Crabby Days and 8th seed Cosmonauts in the 9th seed with 1 less games played. A pretty similar point differential. I think it's actually identical, -5 on both teams. Team 7, that is my team. I'll go ahead and shout them out, balls deep in your net, with a point differential of -4 and a record of 4-7. So right now, actually, if Crabby Days does take a sweep, they could potentially, they could overtake that 7th seed and move all the way up, bumping me down to that 8th seed and potentially on the verge of becoming a 9th seed team. So it looks like Crabby Days played 3 series as 2v3. That is an important thing to note. I did hear from them that Crabby Days has been unfortunately underperforming, or their record is not as good as it should reflect because of the fact that they've had a couple 2v3s. They had some scheduling issues. They piled a bunch of matches up on one day and weren't able to make it. How do you think that affects this matchup, Mini, with the other team potentially seeing, looks like they're kind of like a mediocre team, a couple more losses than they have wins? Do you think that Cosmonauts might let up on the gas a little bit if they're essentially unaware of that 2v3 situation, having not seen them on stream? Or what are you kind of thinking?
I feel like if you're Cosmonauts, you have to just come in swinging because you don't want to. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be part of the play-in tournament because that means another week of Rocket League. You don't really get that break. So if I'm Cosmonauts, and they have 3 more games, including this one, so it's, I guess, yeah, 3 games, so they can easily improve the record to win 6-5. And Crabby Days looking to do the same. And 6-5 spot, 6-5 record is more. If you get a 6-5 record, there's a higher chance of you securing top 6 than being part of the play-in tournament.
That is a good point. We still got a couple matches to go, but let's start talking about this match right now. Crab rocking the Scarab, and is that a fish? He normally rocks a crab on top of his car, if I'm not mistaken, from when I played against him. Rocking the fish today. Maybe it's part of the blue loadout. We'll see if he gets up to anything fishy. But we'll see. He goes for that challenge turn. I'm going to flick it right over him. Round Days is in the back. Now, introducing Crabby Days, because like I said, we haven't really had him on stream. Round Days represents their tier 1 with the pistol crab. We'll call him Crab. Representing their tier 2, and Reaps being the tier 3, rounding out this team. Now going over for the Cosmonauts, we are having Terminator being their tier 1, Luma, I believe, representing tier 2, and Zyphon rounding out that team as a tier 3 position. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a heads up when we see these names pop on the screen. Round A is not quite able to do much with that. Reaps going to keep it center, but Terminator is going to get some possession. He is up in the air with it. Is he going to get it by Crab? No, he's not. Still on the other side of the pitch. We'll see what's going on. And that's going to float in for a goal.
Yeah, it just floated in. Like, Crab getting the save and the instant pass down mid right to Raudays. Raudays getting the bounce shot around the 2 defenders. I think Terminator really wished Raudays shot that normally, but Raudays went for the bouncer. And Crabby Days, I mean, a lot of 2v3s. So like I said, the records doesn't really reflect. They could be a better team than what the record states. Cosmonauts, they're down by 1 early. Raudays now. The orange corner looking to get some possession here. It's to flick over 1. So around Terminator looking for the bump as well. Luma is coming last second to get the save. Or Crab. That's one of gonna get some 50s towards Raudays, which does. iPhone getting the clear as well. Reaps has to get the ball on his own side. Leave it for Crab, but Terminator's quick on it, and Term ties up the game.
That's the thing about Terminator. You can never count them out of the game. You know, their team hasn't been doing too hot. Part of that is because of the fact they just haven't played a lot of games, have a lot of reschedules. But Terminator is not part of that reason. He is a wild card. He's a ringer, as you might say. You bring him in, he's going to get the job done, and he comes in and ties this game right now. A little bit of love in the chat between Luma and Rao. Luma saying he loves Rao. Rao giving a little heart back. He's going to miss that one. Round is going to be up with this one, and it's going to be cleared away. Not quite cleared away as strongly as now. Let's see if blue team is going to be able to do anything with this. Luma with a kind of a possession, seeing if he's going to be able to dance around anybody. Term goes for that challenge. 50 stays in the middle. Zyphon goes up, and Round is going to be met by Terminator. Terminator is kind of like a battle of the tier 1s right now. Does he get a little flip reset? He does. Is he going to have a little pinch play on this? Crab is going to be there to block it. Send this over to Raudays. Raudays now is going to see what he can do with this.
Mid, looking for the 50 as well. Pops it up high. Raudays looking for the shot. Luma's there to block it. Zyphon needs to get this clear. He whiffs entirely, and Terminator helps him out. Getting the big boy clear. Raudays on the receiving end. Gets it to his corner. Leaving for Crab. Clears it away, but it goes right into the laps of Terminator. But Terminator misses. Luma heads down. Needs to get the read that strikes down, but he doesn't. Terminator trying to do it himself, but he ran out of boost. Zyphon plays it safe. Crab just launches towards the end. Zyphon has so much time to get the save. He does Luma to help him out, but he can't get there in time. Crab to the crossbar down. Reaps with a follow-up, but a block away from Zyphon again. Luma with the clear here. Looking for the counterattack as well. Can he get this one, Rocco? Let's see what he can do with it. Gets the 50 on Reaps, but Crab immediately shuts it down. See, a lot of back and forth action coming up from both teams, and like they got the possession, but it only lasts for like 3 seconds for both teams. But they're not really. There's no real dominance as the midfield seems to go back and forth in terms of who gets the ball and who doesn't get the ball. Raudays looking to start some form of offense coming up for Crabby Days because he's the main leading offensive force for this squad. Crab, fairly supportive. I mean, I think he's the second. This team is built around with 2 tier 3s actually. Crab been really solid for the most part. It's a little good wave dash coming out from Luma to getting to this one to turn, but immediately cleared away from the defenders. That is Crabby Days. Luma getting demoed by his own former tier 1, that is Raudays. Raudays taking it above his own wall. looking to do some damage here in midfield, but Zyphon's bigger than him, getting the winning the 50 as well. These mid touches coming up from Turner, might have set up Raldace for the shot. It's going to the bottom left corner, but it's blocked away. Raldace with a follow-up as well. Can't get it on target. Another chance for Crabby Days, and this time they couldn't secure it.
Yeah, narrow miss. You know, you don't get too many opportunities as this game is almost all the way through regulation time, 30 seconds left, and it's still tied 1-1. Each team just really needs to get one big play, one big movement. Do they have it right now? That's going to be cleared away by Crab. See if they can get some sort of counterattack. He steals that boost in the middle field. Kind of centers that. Term's going to get the clear right there. And let's see if Reef is going to be able to turn on this. Not quite. It's going to be floating. Everyone on the blue team is going to be headed back with 14 seconds remaining. I'm kind of going for a kill play right now if I'm either of these teams. But Crab sees he wants to have a different strategy. He's going to bounce it over, and he's going to get the goal right there and send his team up 1 with 6 seconds remaining. Wow, who was back right there? Looks like Zyphon, the tier 3, was left all alone. Crab just outplayed him right there. Reeps put a faking in the chat. And did they put the nail in the coffin? Did they drop the hammer on this one? 6 seconds remaining. We'll see if a kickoff goal is in. The Cosmonauts. Books right now is Term wins the kickoff. Luma's going to see if he can send that to the backboard. Is there going to be a follow-up? No, there will not be. In game number 1 goes to Crabby Days. Pulling out on top with the victory right now. And that was a close one.
Just the breakaways. I mean, it's either a breakaway or a backboard play. That's usually how most teams find success when it comes to TRL and Crabby Days. I mean, it's just a 1v1 opportunity. Tier 3 versus Tier 3, but Crab is in a way better position than Zyphon. Crabby Days, I mean, I heard stories of the Pistol Crab that he's a really good supportive Tier 3 role. He's just good all around the pitch. He knows exactly where to position himself so many times. And he's also one of the main scorers. It's not just Rowday scoring the goals, as most people probably expected, but Crab definitely helping him out in there, giving him the run support. As we start off game 2, Crabby Days leading the series 1-0. Cosmonauts, I mean, it was a close game. They just gotta be more unpredictable. Actually, I don't know where I'm going with this, Rocco.
Well, there's only one question. Well, we're only concerned with where one person or one thing is going, and that's the momentum of this series. Does it stay in the favor of the Crabby Days, or does it go to the Cosmonauts? Do they pull something out? Do they get a little fancy? And did they kind of bounce back, or did the Crabby Days kind of run away with it? You know, I'm honestly not too sure what I'm rooting for in terms of my personal interest. Regarding point differential and standings, I don't know exactly who I'm rooting for in this series. I do think Crabby Days is going to come away with it, as there's going to be a pass from Zyphon up to Term, and it's going to bounce down. He's going to go for the follow-up. Does keep it up there. Luma going to drop that down. Term is going to go. Is that going to float in, or is Crab going to be able to cycle back right there? He does. Man, I went through like 3 names trying to see who he was. I was like, is it Pistol Crab? Is it Crabby Days? Let's see, a little bit of a potential opportunity. Term going to bounce that back. Zyphon going to go for the potential shot. Does not say that. Or does not get that, I meant to say.
Yeah,
almost a minute. Oh, sorry, you first?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pressures coming out from Cosmonauts. I mean, so far, it's just all been Cosmonauts in the first minute of this game. They had like 2 opportunities, I believe. But unfortunately for them, midfield passes are not really cutting out for them. But hey, it's a good chance, a good thing to go for. And Crab finally breaking the clear. Terminator, very awkward jump to go for it. Rowday is looking for an open net, but Zyphon gets there back in time. Looking for the clear as well. Who reaps the deny of that? No, Zyphon just plays it safe. Yes, he has no boost. He had no choice but to play it safe. Rowday is keeping some pressure in. Zyphon taking his time on this one. Terminator helping him out. And Terminator sent this one long to Luma, but Luma gets dusted by Reaps. And now Crabby Days, it's their turn on the offense here. See what it can do. Immediately shut down as well. Terminator off the backboard, can't get the shot on. His Crab was all over that one. Zyphon hits it right to the ceiling, right to Luma, but Crab instantly denies it, but it actually goes right in favor. Terminator goes for the quick shot, but Rowdy's getting the save as well. Terminator trying to see if he can catch the defense off guard, but Rowdays is ready for that one. He's playing it enough TRLs to realize that they just shots like that comes out of nowhere. A big whiff coming out from Reed's Crabs to bail him out. Terminator now looking for some control, but I don't think he has enough boost to really get anything going for him. In fact, he just gives the ball right to Rowdays. Dangerous thing to go for. Luma getting the clear there to the orange corner. Terminator now looking to get the clear, but that's not the ideal touch. Reaps a big whiff. Luma, see if he can send this one mid, but Raldes is ready for that one. Zyphon on the receiving end of that clear. He does, he gets the 52 crowd, goes right into Terminator, gets one touch, right to Luma. Luma looking to get the score on his tier 1 teammate, but Raldes, he will get the save there, and we are still scoreless here in game 2. Seen a lot of opportunities coming from Cosmonauts, and the double commitment might have led them to a goal here. Luma, he's not jumping for it, and Raldes with a screamer from half field scores first for Crabby Days.
That's a good little assist right there with Crab connecting with Raldes, and they're able to get their team up one more time. And let's see how this rolls out. You know, getting a lead with 2 minutes remaining, especially in these low-scoring matches. Like I said, well, as we saw, that last match, 2-1. This match, 1-0 with 2 minutes remaining, but Luma wants to make it 1-1, and he does! He secures the double tap. What a beautiful play right there. And the term kind of sent it mid, and Luma had the read on it, able to connect, and there's not much you can do in the net on that one. And wow. Nice play on Luma to tie this game up. And hey, are we going to see another 2-1? Maybe this one goes to overtime. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. Will they end in regulation? Will they need a couple more moments to decide this one? Let's find out. Current RLCS overtime record is, I believe, 12 minutes. Shout out to Dies and Ducky, who are actually in Boston watching that one live with me. We went to that RLCS Spring Major event. Let's see if we take 12 minutes of overtime to settle this one. I know one thing for sure, Minnie. Neither of these teams want to break that record. They want to lock this game up right now. Reeves is going to see what he can do. He's kind of counted on that 50. Crab going to try to send it up. He's actually looking for a bump. Doesn't really connect on anything, but he actually gets connected with by Luma. And Crab is going to see if he can get a little scarab flick. He gets the bump, and Term gets the save. Rowdy's unable to connect. Reed's going to dive in on that one just a little bit too slow. And it's sent one more time. He gets the 50, but Zyphon gets the save. Tier 3 getting in on the action right now. Reed's going to go. And reaps the benefits of the increased offensive pressure. That ball was dangling around their net. I don't know how they kept it out of there for so long, but Crabby Days wants to end this game right now. They don't want to go into any overtime. 52 seconds remaining. They have the lead thanks to a beautiful setup or score by Reeps himself.
And Reeps comes in where he needs to come in, but it's a long shot coming down. Crabby needs to reach it in time. He does. Terminator now, keep the pressure. Send this one across the net if he can. He does, but Rowdays, he plays it risky. High risk, high reward. He gets the reward. Luma was not expecting the fake. Rowdays getting to clear right into Crab, gets it around the attacker to the Zyphon, and the big clear coming out Luma on the receiving end. Trying to catch the ball, but Reeps denies him of that. Luma struggling to get the ball out of his, and is looking really awkward in front of the orange net. Luma finally coming back, helping out his team to get the ball out of it. And now the mistouch coming out. Terminator might have a chance to tie up the game here, but he shots it wide. Reeps on the clear. Luma again needs to be tasked, but I think for him, he messed up a little bit, but that demo helps a lot alleviate some of the pressure here. Terminator now takes it to the skies. 0 seconds left. He needs to get around Rowdays. He does, but the follow-up Luma to the orange blue corner. But it does not matter if that whiff comes up from Zyphon. And Crabby Days, they lead 2-0.
Now that is a commanding lead, 2-0. They came on to the stream, and they intend to stay. They are showing, hey, you should not have counted us out. You should have streamed all of our matches, because right now we're seeing some pretty good Rocket League. And hey, credit to the Cosmonauts. They're not playing bad Rocket League. Luma, like I said, had that beautiful little double tap, sorry, to give his team a goal right there, but it just wasn't quite enough, as the Crabby Days are able to activate their tier 1 and their tier 3 to score. Pistol Crab also having a wonderful game. That's 6 saves coming out from Crabby Days, only 3 coming out from the Cosmonauts. Now they had a total of 8 shots right now, compared to the 5 from Crabby Days. But there's an interesting matchup brewing. And let's see, as we go to game number 3, is Crabby Days going to come out on top with a potential sweep? Or are the Cosmonauts going to get a little bit of momentum? Are they going to get something rolling? Let's find out.
You know, this season, pews have been definitely one of the rarer things. I think we only see one so far. which normally would have at least 3. But I guess for this season, most teams are really good at closing out the series whenever they're up 2-0. Cosmonauts tasked for a reverse sweep to keep some seeding dreams alive, maybe even qualifying straight to playoffs, not having to deal with play-ins. But this kickoff, strong kickoff coming out from Crab, might have denied any of that chance. But Luma gets it back in time, wins the 50 as well. He's in the breakaway opportunity. He beats Crab to the ball. Crab, though, he's just a faster animal in the field. Valdez, big whiff on the backboard, but Crab again bails out his team. Crab is just going crazy on the defense right now. Taking his time on this one, trying to see if he can force someone to go for it, and if anything, his teammate will just take it away from him. As Valdez has a mistouch coming out from him as I say his name. Luma, and this one mid to Zyphon, who didn't really think that was going to happen there for Zyphon. Comes up to now, gets it around 2 defenders, can't get this around Reaps off his own backboard. Terminator trying to punish it, but he can't find the angle at all. Valdez on the clear to his own corner to play it safe. Valdez now to do his best. He sent this one across the field, and he wish he does, but he's getting bumped around. Terminator now with a lot of control. He opted for the boost instead. Reaps goes try to just get a shot on the goal, but big whip is not gonna help him out. And Terminator just trying to see if he can outpace the opponents there in the midfield, but unfortunately ran.
He is able to snag that boost from Reaps. We'll see if any of the boost management game is able to come into play right here. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mini, did Crabby score twice both of the first 2 games, just like they did in game number 3? Is that the trend? I believe they scored first in game number 1, and I think it was game number 2. Do you know if we can get a little fact check on that?
Yeah, I've not been paying attention to series score, the game scores at all, Rock, so we'll never know the answer to your question.
Well, maybe someone in chat could answer, but I believe they have scored first and set the pace. Oh, Hotshot saying it's Cosmonauts who scored first. Well.
Whoa. Well, then that means Cosmonauts.
Wait, he's joking. He's pranking me. I knew. Crabby Days likes to set the pace. I don't think I've seen Cosmonauts take the lead so far in this series. If they've changed that, realistically at this point, I don't think so. They've got 3 minutes to see if they can turn it around. What are you doing? Put yourself in the comms. Mini, one of our most successful distinguished TRL veterans, 4 championships under your name. As Terminator, trying to lead your team to a victory and a potential reverse sweep. Not necessarily to keep your playoff hopes alive, but to really, help yourself in the standings. What are you telling your team right now? What are the issues you guys need to fix?
Just tell my team, just keep going for the ball, listen to my calls while I try to cook up a 1v3 play. See, no, I can do that. I'm not trying to flex, but no, I'm kidding. But yeah, basically, just like if they can, either listen to each other or listen to Terminator when he's calling you, and hopefully I will do enough damage to at least pierce through the defense that is Crabby Days. I mean, they've been pretty much a nuisance. If you're Cosmonauts, they haven't really been able to tear the defense down at all. They did it twice, but with a low-scoring game, you gotta. At some point, you just gotta. Defense has to break at some point, and if you're not, if you're always in the side of the Blues, if you're always on the blue side of the field and you're not scoring goals, something's going wrong with that third man rotation. So Rowdy's looking for the bump, and there it is. 2 goals lead for Crabby Days, looking for the sweep here, Drago.
Yeah, and it's a pretty commanding presence that they've got going on. Now, you were saying, kind of listen to their comms. I saw a moment when you were saying that where Terminator kind of just walked the ball right across the blue net right there, Crabby Days, but none of his teammates were able to be there to kind of get one more touch and secure it. But you're right, defense will eventually fall in theory. I would kind of like to see a couple more bumps. You're down by 2. Doesn't really matter if you're down by 3 at this point. You need to score. I want to see them go all the way in. I want to see them get a little bumpy. Send Zyph on it. I feel like he hasn't been doing too much this season. But hey, Luma is going to do his part to see what he can do. He's going to see Zyphon, put in a little bit of pressure. Turn sends out the backboard. Luma being patient is able to dive in on that one at just the right time. Sneak that by Rowdays, and this is a 1-goal game. I like to see the offensive pressure. Everybody was up in the opposing half. When you're down 2 goals and it's kind of, a best-of-5 series, you're down 2 games in that series as well. You really got to get some offense, defense is important at the beginning of the series, but offense ultimately is what wins the games. And Reeves is trying to win this game right here, but he's not able to. Rowdays gets that third goal. We'll see if perhaps Cosmonauts overextended. I don't know. I think Terminator just got a little unlucky with that and some kind of whiffs on the goal line. Tough to see it. Obviously, if you're a fan of the Crabby Days, you're having a happy day, seeing that your team might go up and sweep this one. But if you're a Cosmonaut, you know that they're not Cosmonaut out of this. They're Cosmonaut out of it yet. They're Cosmo still in it. At least for now. 1:22 on the clock, 2 goals down. That's kind of centered. Luma's unable to get that. And Raudes is going to drop that in. Let's say it's bar. It hits the bar. Crab is old enough to go into the bar and take that to town. So it's a 4-1 game. And let's just kind of watch that one back. That is a tough one. That hurts. You're a Cosmonaut.
Rocco, what would you do in this position? As a tier 3, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself it's show over or not? It's so winning.
To quote one of the most successful recent blockbusters, I think that if you're a Cosmonaut, there's one thing you got to tell yourself. You're Knuff. You are Knuff. I hope that they are, And Terminator, anywhere else, he'd be a 10, but right now he's just Terminator. And I don't think he's able to unlock the full potential of his team right now. We'll see if he is, but he's just going to get absolutely dunked on by a guy in a Scarab. And right now, they're doing it. Props. I'm not going to say this is a bad game by the Cosmonauts. All due respect to them. That was a bad touch by his iPhone. Actually, not even a touch right there. But it's not even a bad game for the Cosmonauts. I would just say that Crabby Days is doing a really good job of shutting them down, getting the right counters. I mean, we've seen goals across the board. Luma is getting in on the action. Terminator's getting in on the action. They've been doing their part, but it's just not quite enough. So, what does it take to beat this team if they get another round? Let's say they meet each other perhaps in the play-ins. I don't know. And let's talk about that as this match dwindles down and Crabby Days are going to walk away with this win in this sweep right here. What do you think? Would you tell Cosmonauts if they get this matchup one more time?
Gotta treat it like it's like some form of a 2v2 matchup. I mean, if the whiffs are coming up from both tier 3s, Zyphon and Reaps, then at that point you just treat it as a 2v2. Try to play more around each other as a tier 1, tier 2 Term and Luma. They need to enhance their duo ship so they can go against a team that is Crabby Days, because I honestly thought this was going to be a closer match because Raudes and Crab, Term and Luma, they're kind of around the same caliber, and Reaps and Zyphon, same thing as well. But I don't know. I think just the approach of the game for Cosmonauts was not what they expected, and they immediately got punished for a 3-0 game, though, for Crabby Days. And let's go talk to them, Rocco. I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Of course. I'll see you in the VC.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Crabby Days. Hoping it looks like you're having a happy day, not a crabby day.
Yeah.
Came up with that sweep against the Cosmonauts. First of all, I just want to hear some honest reactions. How'd the match go? How'd you guys feel about it?
It felt amazing. Yeah, we're cooking.
It feels good to have a week where we have all 3 of our members again instead of having to play three matches of 2v3s, but it felt real good.
Nah, but I like that. It gives me my daily dose of sweat.
Alrighty, awesome. Now, one thing I did notice, Crab, obviously, the man of the scarab, the man of the hour, absolutely wonderful. I did notice something about your car today that I didn't notice last time I played you. It seems like you have a topper of a fish instead of a crab. Is that normal? Was it just because you were on blue team, or kind of take me through that topper choice?
Fish is on a blue team. You'll also notice he has like a fake little friend on the flag back there, a little fish flag, just because I didn't want him to be alone. So fish is on blue side, crab is on red side with a little fish taco for a snack for him. So it really just depends what side he's on.
Perfect, awesome. Do they have names? I'm curious.
No names for the crab or the catfish. They're their own people. I don't let their work life and their personal lives come into being. But when go time comes, they get the job done.
Perfect. Awesome. Making sure to not have too many conflicts, too many clashes. Speaking of conflicts and clashes, you guys seemed like you were working in sync. I saw a couple passing plays, saw a couple goals that looked really nice. Reaps, I believe I even saw you you have a nice little play on your own. Take me through that moment, the excitement, the lead up, the build up. How did that go when you were able to score a goal in the series?
I'm gonna keep it a stack. We're just cooking.
Yeah, you're just cooking. All right.
Just cooking. All right.
All right, well said. Raudes, as a tier 1, tier 1s are the by default leaders of their teams. It could be tough to have to fight a 2v3 matches. Obviously, that didn't do wonders for your record. Kind of sent you guys to where you are, the current, I believe, 8th seed team, potential to overtake my current team for the 7th seed team. What are you doing on your part to rally back? Say, hey, I know we got kind of 3 losses, but that doesn't define us as a team. How are you moving forward and planning to secure a spot potentially out of play-ins and secure a straight up spot in playoffs?
Nah, I mean, like honestly, the way I see the 2v3s is just it let me like bond with my tier 2, you know? It just really set our chemistry, and like I said, it was just good practice between me and him, just going through 3 really balanced and well-rounded teams. And honestly, I'm very satisfied with our performance in those 2v3s. And then going to the plans and stuff, like I already mentioned to our team, at the beginning of the season, I just said our goal is to just get into play-ins or playoffs. In order to win the whole thing, we have to beat every single team. It doesn't matter what order. So as long as we just have a chance, we're gonna be upsetting a lot of teams.
Awesome. I like to hear it. I like to hear it. Minnie, I'll pass it off. Do you have any questions for these gentlemen, Crabby Days?
It's the same answer I always give to Wasey. Nah.
All righty. Well, I do have one more question. I apologize. Well, it's kind of a little bit of a question, a little bit of discussion. We'd apologize for not having casted you guys at all on the stream so far. But kind of my question is, being on the stream for the first time, how did it feel? Obviously, you guys pulled off the sweep. Was there anything different? Did you guys feel a little bit of excitement? Anything nervous? How was it like being on the stream for the first time this season as a unit?
Honestly, I don't think, at least for me, it didn't change like anything in my mind. I don't know if it's the same for Crab or Reaps.
I feel like we were pretty well prepared. I know we weren't streamed on the Triton RL this season yet, but we were on the
J-Base, right?
J-Base channel,
Yes.
yeah, against Anna's team and them, and they played. We went 5 games there, and that had way more pressure, I feel, compared. We were really comfy today, so you know, they're a hell of a team as well. So look out for them come whatever.
Yeah, I've been telling people, watch out for cheesy apple balls. They're a sleeper team that's really making a movement. Well, I guess my last thing before I hand it off to potentially Wasey, who I don't know if he has any questions, but do you have any words to say to the Cosmonauts, the team you guys just beat, or anyone else in the league? Could be good, could be bad. I don't care. Up to you guys.
All right. Well, for me, I just want to say GG's turn, because I did play with him a couple days ago, and he did like surprise me. He has gone way better, in my opinion. And also Luma, he had a nutty double tap on us, and I was like, damn, he's grown so much. He called me Raul Daddy during a game. And I was just like, yeah, that's my son. That's my son when he hit the double tap on me.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Zyphon as well. If you guys haven't checked out his, he's a great streamer, him and his group over there. So if you guys haven't checked out Zyphon, he's a really good Rocket League player, and he plays a bunch of other games. So Zyphon, really good guy that I played with before.
Awesome. Alrighty. Well, that is all for me. Minnie, Wasey, one more time if you came up with anything. Alrighty. Well, with that, have a great rest of your evening, gentlemen. Congratulations. Best of luck with the remaining series that you guys have. I believe you have 2 on Sunday. Is that correct?
No, just 1 on Sunday.
Just
That's
one
our
on
last
Sunday.
game.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, we'll hope to cast you again. Best of luck, and hopefully we'll be speaking with you one more time after another win. All right. Well, take care, guys. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
Alrighty, with that, I believe we are going to close out, take a little bit of a break. Our next series should be starting at 9:30. Wasey, correct me if I'm wrong. And with that, I think I'll have Hotshot joining me with the booth. So with that, I'd like to say a big shout out to Wasey, of course, for hosting this matchup, Minnie for being my co-caster for this series. And with that, Pasta Mafia signing off for the next 10 minutes or so, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Minnie, if you'd like to say your goodbyes.
See ya.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back, everyone. I leave you in the good hands of Hotshot and Pasta Mafia as we kick off our fourth and final match of the night.
Alrighty, thank you, Wacy. Well, welcome back to the stream. As Wacy introduces, I'm already Pasta Mafia. I was casting the last match. This is Hotshot. You know and love him. Hotshot, you've got a couple things to update about the standings, don't you? Doing a little quick math.
Right. And as we are heading into the last series of the night, getting an update on some series, the 1 and 2 seed have been clinched. So no matter what happens, nobody can get into this. But also on the other side of things, the 11 and 12 seed have also been clinched. Unfortunately, Professional Bystanders was technically the first team to be eliminated, and Mighty Ducks was the second team to be eliminated. Now, even though Professional Bystanders is 11C, it was like by game timing, But anyways, heading into this match, actually, if Alcoholic Dunks wins, no matter the scoreline, they can actually move up into the 3 seed. But if they lose, they will actually be the 4 seeds. They will stay the 4 seed, while Cheesy Apple Balls will stay the 5 seed, which would mean this would be a first round matchup if Cheesy Apple Balls wins the series. Now, that means Alcoholic Dunks, they probably don't want to play Cheesy Apple Balls if they lose them the first time, so, you gotta see if they're gonna be trying a little extra hard tonight.
We'll see what there's plenty of stakes for this match tonight. Some things that could get messed around in the standings. But with that, we're seeing as players are starting to load in. And as soon as everybody is ready to rumble, looks like we've got all 9. And let's start the action. Wacy gives the go, 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 the good luck, have fun. And kickoff begins. 3,
all right,
2, 1.
We're starting game 1. Cheesy Apple Balls had a rough series. They were just on stream, actually, right? Wait,
I believe so. Yes, they were on stream earlier today.
At 8, sorry, not 8:45. My apologies. I kind of forgot I missed my time up. Where they lost 3-1, and you gotta think that they gotta hope to regain, because if they don't regain, then their season can start dwindling, as they've lost, I think, now 3 straight. But Bamboo looking to take the 1-goal lead just 25 seconds in. And he does not want to keep losing. He is here to win today.
I'll make sure to get your channel points in for your predictions before they close up. Should be closing up any moment now with that first goal going in to the favor of Cheesy Apple Balls. Now let's see. RB and Anna and Bamboo are making up the Cheesy Apple Balls team, as we have Leon, Brightside, and G Llama representing the Alcoholic Dunks. Now, to give a little refresher, Leon is representing that Tier 1 role. Senor Brightside is that Tier 2. G Llama being that Tier 3. Leon trying to show his Tier 1 dominance, send that into the other side of the field. G Llama, see what we can do. Anna is the Tier 1 for Team Cheesy Apple Balls. And correctly, is it Bamboo or is it RB? That's the Tier 2 and 3.
Bamboo is the Tier 2, but RB, I think he's also technically considered a Tier 2. He's somewhere around either the low Tier 2 or high Tier 3. I don't know exactly, because it's kind of weird, these bottom teams, the whole team-based matchup. But RB is the acting Tier 3, technically.
A lot of fun watching these teams. This kind of goes back and forth. Almost a minute and a half in. G-Llama can't quite get it up for that one. So far, though, the Cheesy Apple Balls have the first and only goal of the game, as Senor Brightside is going to try to send that to the other side. Leon's going to see if he can get a touch. Barb's going to send that kind of to the side wall. G-Llama going to see what he can do on that. RB, is it going to drop down for Anna? She's going to be up. It's going to hit the crossbar, and it's not going to be followed up. It's going to be equally touched to the side by RB. Did they overextend? Bamboo says no. He's going to get his touch on that one, and Brightside with the narrow miss as this game stays tied. RB trying to clear that, but the Alcoholic Dunks are trying to keep up the pressure. G-Llama is going to keep up a little pressure. Leon is gonna get that in the goal, and this game is tied. 2 minutes in, 2 goals in, and a good assist right there from G Llama, as Leon's able to follow that one up. First goal for his team in the series.
Man, what a great goal by Leon, showing that, in case you didn't know, today he actually just hit GC3. So you gotta think, he might have a little bit of an ego going into today's series, so we gotta wonder if we're gonna see any fancy shots out of him.
GC3 for Leon. Impressive.
Yeah.
Well, Senor Brightside. Yes, that little Transformers goal explosion And just like the Transformers theme song in-game, if you have sounds turned on, it says Transformers more than meets the eye. Senor Brightside, more than meets the eye. He's a little player that I personally underrate. You know, I don't expect too much from him, but he's able to get a goal right there, and not just any goal. As the goal that gives him his team the lead in game number 1. 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining, 2-1 in the favor of the Alcoholic Dunks. After an opening goal by the Cheesy Apple Balls, they have let 2 unanswered goals go in. As RB looks to kind of change the times, that 50 kind of goes right to the mid. Bamboo's going to get one more touch. Leon is going to be Anna to that one, and let's kind of see. Ball's kind of bouncing around the middle of the court right now. And really, I don't know. Maybe it's just a couple seconds of watching, but it looks like the Alcoholic Dunks have kind of put on the brakes. I feel like they're going to trust their defense to kind of lock this game down. A little bit of a risky strategy when there's only a 1-goal lead, but there is only 2 minutes remaining, so they can kind of kill enough time. But Anna doesn't want to kill any time. That's going to be sent to the backboard, and it's going to drop down and get it out of the way. What about you, Hotshot? Do you feel like the Alcoholic Dunks are playing a little bit more slower, playing a little bit defensively, or is it just kind of something I'm noticing on my end?
Yeah, no, I would definitely say they've been playing a lot more defense than what it kind of started. Now, I mean, they didn't seem too offensive based in the first part of the game but even more now, they're just relying on their defense and midfield skills to win them this game. And I mean, right now it's paying off as, you know, Cheesy Apples has had a couple of shots near net, but they haven't been able to put anything in. Leon trying to take an even bigger lead, but Anna's not going to let that happen. And, you know, we got to see a lot out of Anna. As we know, she can be a great tier 1, but, you know, performance has dropped a little slightly these past couple series, and it hasn't helped that her team in general has been kind of slumping. And you got to think, right, will they be able to fix this off to bring the series back?
No, and that really is a good question. I know going into this, I personally heavily underrated the Cheesy Apple Balls. I thought that they were going to be a 10th seed team, pretty much at best. Figured their lack of TRL experience might catch up to them, all of them being relatively new players to the TRL environment, but they came out pretty strong. You know, I know they gave my team a good whooping, and from that moment on, I've been a fan of the Cheesy Apple Balls. I respected them a lot more. I saw that what they could do against my team. Now, granted, 7 other teams also gave my team a whooping, but I will say Leon is trying to give a little bit of whooping right there as that slides in for goal number 3 for his team. 3-1, 35 seconds remaining. It's going to take a good bit for the Cheesy Apple Balls to try to come back and take this game 1. But for the Alcoholic Dunks, they're happy because this means they are 2 games away, potentially, from clinching that 3rd seed. But like I said, a little bit of a recent slump after a hot start from the Cheesy Apple Balls, and we'll see if they're able to bring it back. Now, when we mentioned that lack of TRL experience, do they have the ice? Do they have the teamwork and the ability to really turn this back around? That is yet to be discovered. But Anna, I can't say good things about her. Really supportive tier 1. Just kind of a supportive community member in general. In her time in the TRL server, she'd be pretty fun. Big sponsor of the stream. Has the most gifted subs by far. I think it's 28 or 29 right now. But if only you could pay for gifting goals to your team. And I'm sure it would be all on top of that, but looks like she's unable to. Leon's going to see if he can get one for the road. Arby's going to send that to the road, say, hey, get us out of this. Let's refresh. Let's restart. Let's head into game number 2. Alcoholic Dunks.
And I mean, that wasn't the worst game out of Cheesy Apple Balls. Not much offense from either team, really. They started off with the first goal, but then their defense, I mean, you can see they had 0 saves. They're getting 0 saves when there's 3 goals being scored. That's when you know you got to change something up. Their defense was not looking too hot, and they were struggling.
And just did a quick confirmation, making sure that they've all got replays. Hotshot looks like you're the last player to ready up. But yeah, not a bad game from the Cheesy Apple Balls, but it is a little rough when you see that kind of score line. All of them hovering right around that 200 mark. Their leader MVP being Bamboo with 216. Anna straight up 200 points that last match, and RB below the 200 mark. Now, points don't mean anything. Goals are the only type of points that matter, but they do tell a little bit of the story. They're not quite getting a lot of touches, not really getting a lot of action, and at least not important touches, being clears, centers, shots, and the likes like that. Leon, seeing if he can start this game off strong, goes for a little bit of a little fancy maneuver. And correct me if I'm wrong, RB is a tier 3. One more time, Bamboo is a tier 2.
Yes.
All right. They're, it's a pretty well-rounded team, so that's why it is a little difficult sometimes to remember who's the tier 1, who's the tier 2. But Leon is obviously the tier 1, and he says, I'm going to get 1 goal on the board for my team already. Catches either out of rotation and miscommunication, overextension. Not quite sure what that was. but all I know is it was a goal for the
Yeah, and I
alcoholic
mean,
dunks.
that was 2 whiffs, one from Arby, one from Anna, and then Bamboo caught up too far, not quite understanding where you need to be positioned as that third man because he was not ready for the possibility of those two getting beat to the ball, and that's why Leon was able to capitalize with just a normal shot in the net. Oh, but Arby getting a bump, nobody's there to follow that up, but he's trying to get the offense going. Bamboo going up for the aerial, not getting a good touch on it right now. Bamboo, who's usually been pretty alive in the series, who's kind of an X factor, whether or not these guys have won, you can kind of tell he's been quiet, and that's not been helping their case on trying to win the series. But Bamboo, going for a pass to Anna almost getting one in. Arby trying to get his own, not quite, but it's good to see Cheesy Apple Balls getting a little more offense than they've started off showing right now, but that's 2 misses from Cheesy Apple Balls, but Arby trying to get his own shot. But right now, it's not looking too hot for Cheesy Apple Balls, but hopefully they can step up. I mean, they still have 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and Arby sending one to the backboard. Bamboo having to play third man because Anna was not able to get back, so he couldn't go for that aerial. Right now, Leon to the skies, past both defenders, leaving Bamboo in a 1v2 situation, but thank goodness it's G-Lama the one who's trying to score. That guy stinks.
Yeah, a
Just
little
kidding,
bit
I
of
love G-Lama.
a little bit of a rough sequence there by G-Lama, fellow tier 3. I always have a little bit of love for the tier 3s. We try our best in TRL, try to compete. But yeah, unable to get a touch right there. Bought plenty of time for the Cheesy Apple Balls to counter, regain themselves, and kind of get that ball out of their corner as Bamboo is going to send that over the net. Anna's going to see if she can get a pass out to Arby, but it does not go to Arby. It goes all the way back into their net. There's a little bit of a miss right there, and Leon capitalizes.
And I mean, that was a good pass, but the problem with Arby right there is, I mean, like, he went for it, which wasn't like the bad part about it, but the fact that he was too far back to go for it, and with Bamboo and Anna both up, which, by the way, another score, he did not give them a chance to get back on defense, but just now on the kickoff, G-Lama showing us that he's got the work, absolutely putting Bamboo in the blender with that kickoff. It was so unbelievably bad, it was good, I guess. Like, I don't know, that was a really bad kickoff by G-Lama, but I guess it works.
Hey, you know what?
Now, but now, Cheesy Apple Balls is down 3-0 as alcoholic dunks. I mean, Leon's got 2 goals and Brightside's got a goal of his own too, and right now they cannot stop alcoholic dunks defense. It's G-Lama trying to get his own goal, but I don't know what goes through his head while he plays Rocket League. It'd be interesting. We should like get some sort of thing like that, like the lie detector test or whatever, where they can or the thing where they can tell what they're gonna say. Like we need to get one of those for G-Lama because I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot of fidget spinners going on in his brain right about now.
I think we hear little monkey symbols, but you know what? I will always say tier 3s are a mixed bag of tricks. Sometimes you get something nice, sometimes you get something funky. That one, it looked like he was going for a bicycle kick, which I respect the ambition, and if he landed that bicycle kick, you can bet your ass I would be putting that right into the montage as a leading clip. Make sure to submit your clips, your TRL clips. Wasn't able to make that last montage this past weekend due to kind of just like, I got busy, I'll be perfectly honest. But hoping to make one for the regular season as we wrap up, as Arby is going to see if he can get a little bit of a clip and a nice little passing play. Anna unable to connect with that one, unfortunately, but the ball is still on the orange half. And Bamboo is going to send that just a little bit wide. A heartbreaker right there, but Arby is going to see if he can bring the goals. And right side, once again in the right rotation. I'm seeing a lot of good game play out of Leon and the bright side. Not going to say anything about G-Lama saying that he's not playing good, not playing bad, but I'm just saying I really want to call out Leon and Brightside on their positioning, on their teamwork. They've been connecting, they've been scoring, they've been really reading the play, and I think that's been the difference so far. Once again, I'm not going to say the Cheesy Apple Balls are bad. They're not playing the greatest Rocket League that they've played. They're not playing up to what I know they can. But I think this has just been a showcase that the Alcoholic Dunks are just playing better. They want that 3rd seed. They've got something to prove and something to lose, and they don't want to lose. And so far, they're in a really good position not to, as Arby's going to see if he can get something out of this one. Kind of goes for potentially the fake flip reset.
I think go for a flip reset. Yeah, I don't know. Cheesy Apple Balls is not looking too hot right now as a whole team. And you can kind of tell the synergy that they had at the beginning of the season is almost like gone. Like the passing plays and the dimes that they used to throw each other, we're just not seeing any of it. And the defense as well as non-existent. The defense is so bad that G-Lama is getting a goal of his own. just Arby just tossing it out to him, and for some reason Anna and Bamboo just caught lacking, not able to get back in net to save G Llama's shot.
That is an absolute heartbreaker right there. But reverse sweeps happen. I'm just saying, they do. Now, is that what we're gonna see? I don't know. My 624 channel points would like for that to be what we see. But unfortunately, I might have to get those back as... Oh, Bamboo breaks the Rule 1 with G-Llama, and that wraps up the series by default. They have been disqualified as Bamboo is banned. Next 3 seasons of TRL is... Leon is going to say that's why you don't break a Rule 1 against my teammate. And devastating.
Leon putting on a show this game, 817 points. He's showing why he just got GC3 today. Like, he deserves it. And right now, like... This Alcohol Dunks team is looking unstoppable. Even after starting, I think they started like 0-2 or something around that. They've gone on an absolute tear during the regular season now. And even though they're not securing the 2 seed, they may be like a top 2 team to be worried about, especially with the way Leon's been playing right now. And if Cheesy Appleballs wants a chance to win this series, they're going to have to step up their play a lot and stop Leon from doing his work.
Yeah, let's see if they're able to get some sort of a goal right there. It doesn't quite look like Cheesy Apple Balls are going to make anything materialize, as Bamboo almost let the Alcohol Dunk score that one as that ball finally comes to the end. That was actually a really long time keeping the ball up. I would just like to notice. That was impressive effort by both times. But I do have a little joke for you, Hot Shot. It's not going to be a good joke, but it is going to be a little bit of a joke. Have you seen The Avengers, I'm sure, right?
Well, which movies?
Let's say I think it was Endgame or Infinity War. One of those other ones.
I've seen Endgame and I've seen all the Avengers movies. I was just gonna give you some shit.
There is no timeout. Should we tell them? No TO, but you can call a server restart or DC. I have a question for you. What does Leon have in common with Thanos after he did his big snap?
Wait, from which one though? Because like
Thanos,
War, he did the snap.
after he did his big snap. After he did his big snap, you know.
I don't know, like
farming.
What? You said what?
Farming. Thanos retired and became a farmer. He was farming. Leon is absolutely farming this lobby. 3 goals in that last game. He's really trying to get that TRL MMR and prove that he is a GC3 and a force to be reckoned with. Now, I told you it was going to be a joke. I didn't say it was going to be a good one, but absolutely farming. Now, one thing I will note about the Alcoholic Dunks, obviously I respect both teams. Alcoholic Dunks reverse swept my team, which is why it's interesting to see them being so powerful right now. You know, they were a team that went down 2 games against my team and then was able to pull off the reverse sweep, which takes a lot of heart, a lot of guts to pull off that reverse sweep. But right now, the only way that they lose access to the 3 seed is if they get reverse swept. So let's see, are they going to be the team that gets reverse swept and does a reverse sweep? So far, I think they're the only ones to fuse this season. Is that correct?
No, there's been a couple fuses.
There's been a couple fuses?
I think so.
I'm only aware of that one.
Professional bystanders fused Team Pickle for their first series.
Interesting. Alrighty. Alright, I stand corrected. Well, let's see. You know, I'm a fan of the Cheesy Apple Balls. I think I typed in the Twitch chat. I said, hop in a cab and let's drive some offense. Cab coach being Cheesy Apple Balls the afternoon. But I'm hoping to see them drive an offensive performance. They got shut out that last game. They had 1 goal the first game, and it was actually the opening goal. So they have gone roughly about 10 minutes. Oh, yes, 8. Yes,
goal differential.
8 unanswered goals over the span of approximately 10 minutes.
Actually, technically, it was like 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
Well, I'm saying it was a full 5-minute match, and then however long it took them to score the first time.
Yeah,
right
side, seconds.
Yeah, right side makes that a 9 unanswered goals differential. As Bamboo gives them that great pass. I'm just kidding. I love you, Bamboo. Unfortunate touch right there. Right side just kind of able to outpace, outplay, and outperform as he gives his team the 1-goal lead. And they have only been down for 1 goal. The series, the length of 1 goal. That was when the Cheesy Apple Balls scored first in game number 1, as they have a potential opportunity right here to at least tie it. something they have not done in a while. Anna gonna see if she can send that one back there, but it hits the crossbar. But it floats in there. And they break the scoreless streak. That is 9 goals with 1 answered goal. Let's kind of take a replay. That just... Okay, it was followed up right there. It didn't just take its sweet time following in there. But Anna ties this game. We got a whole new game right now. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Would love to see a little bit more time from Cheesy Apple Balls, partially because I just love casting with my boy Hotshot, as that's a potential opportunity, but it's saved on the goal line. No, it's not. Bounced out on my screen, but that's the East Coast ping diff. Arby, he's got the lead. 2-1.
Leon with the insane redirect to own goal. But no, I mean, Cheesy Apple Ball's offense is starting to get a little bit alive. I mean, you could say that goal was a little lucky, but the fact they even hit it that way means a little something, right? Even though, for some reason, Bamboo has to be playing Mafia. I don't know if he's playing Among Us or Rockford, because right now he does not want his team to win, as he is the reason both goals have now been scored. First passing it to the right side and now whiffing on in front of the net. That's not what you want to see from Bamboo, who's usually been a consistent player.
Yeah, he absolutely looked bamboozled on the goal line right there. Didn't quite get the touch that he wanted, or really any touch. Now, it's a tough one. You know, it's a team game. He looks like he's able to get a bump on Leon kind of right there, see if he can get a little bit of action. No one's quite there to turn and burn, take the ball away from right side. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, the Uncle Ball Dunks are just getting possession and just rolling with it. You know, like for the Cheesy Apple Balls, they have to fight to get a ball touch. They have to fight for anything, even for a clear, and that's what's letting the Alcoholic Dunks quite simply dunk on them. You know, they're just getting more possession. They barely leave the other side of the field. They're always putting up that offensive pressure, and I know that they have a strong defense on the side of the Cheesy Apple Balls, but eventually it crumbles, you know? And I'd like to see them get a 1-goal lead and potentially, you know, lock down that defense. Focus more on it. I feel like the defense isn't as great as it always has been because they're overextending. They need to score. They've been playing from behind for most of this series. Haven't had a lead, actually, until this game again after losing it in Game 1. But Leon is just making it hard for that, potentially. Oh, Luma to beat right now. Is RB able to get it? Not quite, but Bamboo is able to keep the possession. Can he redeem himself? Can he be the one his team needs? He passes to Arby, and Arby connects, and they have the lead one more time in Game 3.
And now for a team who's been getting dunked on the whole series, Arby said, "Put a hand up!" and dunked it back on them. He said, "Head tap, stupid." Arby does not want to go down in 3.
No, I love to see it. 2 minutes remaining. Can the Cheesy Apple Balls continue to hold on to this lead, or are the Alcoholic Dunks going to tie this game up and take the lead in regulation, or will we see an overtime? 1 minute 45 seconds remaining, and only one way to find out, as Brightside is going to see if he can do anything. Anna is going to see if she can find some boost. She does. Bamboo does not. Leon sends it there. Arby's up, clears it to the sidewall. Leon does not quite get the pass right there. Looks like Luma doping on it, just right side to B. Arby gets the 50, goes to the mid. Leon's going to send that, and that's going to be a goal unless a miracle happens, and a miracle does not happen. And Leon.
And I don't know, right now, Cheesy Apple Balls is just getting caught lacking. I mean, that could have been saved by Bamboo, but he wasn't ready for it. And I don't know if he had boost or not. I mean, he had 50 boosts in the tank. That's more than enough to get up to that ball, or even just save it after the ricochet off the crossbar. But he's not able to do it right now that they find themselves tied again after having the lead for most of this game.
Ooh, are they able to get this ricochet out? Yes, they are. That's the
but now,
third.
Leon only stops it on the goal line.
That's at least the third goal that's just like, you know, been a little ricochet kind of floater. And G-Lama not going to let that one float. He's going to send that one into the back of the net. Give his team the lead again. It's heartbreaking for the Cheesy Apple Ball fans out there. Now, Hotshot, you beat both of his teams. What does it take to beat the Alcoholic Dunks? If you're hopping into these columns, 1 minute remaining, what are you doing? Put yourself in Anna's mind.
Tell them to lock the fuck in, bro. Like, they are just like, they're handing Alcoholic Dunks this series right now. Like, there's nothing I can tell them to do that'll actually help them win, because it's just all in their own mind. They have to tell themselves they can win, because right now they're playing not how they can. And I mean, it doesn't help that they're giving Brightside and Leon free possession every time they're coming down their half. Like they're getting no kind of like midfield pressure, which does not help you win. But I mean, right now, and Bamboo looking to tie it up, which he does. I think he's hearing me. He puts some pressure on and he gets a goal out of it. It's not that hard. He challenges early, doesn't let Brightside cook, and look at that, nice goal. All you gotta do is that, and they can win this series. Get a nice little Pews going.
I love it. I love to see it. I want to see it. One thing I will call out, Anna the Fabulous. Right now is Anna the unfortunate underperformer for her team, rocking 166 points, the bottom out of everybody below. I hate to say it, Chilama. And I know Anna's better than that. Anna is a great tier 1, a great player, a great person all around. I want to see her put something on the board. You know, get a little bit more, get some touches, get some passes, get a save, something. Bamboo is able to send that one anywhere. Not quite. We're headed to overtime. Now, I told Minnie in the last series the overtime record to beat for RLCS is, I believe, 9 or 12 minutes, set by Rule 1 and I believe Moist Esports. Not quite 100% sure for the last spring major in Boston. Let's hope we don't spend 12 minutes trying to decide this one. I'm pulling hard for the cheesy apple balls. All due respect to the alcoholic dunks, but oh, a crossbar. Oh, but Bamboo's able to follow. The player his team needs. Anna with the assist. Bamboo with the follow. Cheesy apple balls with the game win.
Yeah, and I think Bamboo hurt me because in that last, like, after I started talking shit on Bamboo's name, he started turning it up. He said, nah, I ain't that dog shit. I'm finna go crazy. And well, that's what he did. He showed that he can be reliable and he can bring the offense that his team so desperately needed that game. And, you know, he even brought some saves to the table too, getting 3 of their own. Without those saves, they lose this game. So it's a big thing that Bamboo performed the way he did. But we need to see a little more out of Anna if they want to consistently be able to beat this team. Because this is a big game out of Bamboo, but, like, if Bamboo doesn't score, it gets 769 points, like even like 100 or 2 less, like they don't win this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, Bamboo definitely was the MVP for that game in more ways than one.
And right now, as we head into game 4, the Pew still on the table.
Yeah, interesting to see if they're going to capitalize, if they're going to run away with that. Will the alcoholic dunks get alcoholically dunked on? Or will the cheesy apple balls crumble into shards of dust, never to be seen from ever again? Is this their last match? Is this their last match? I don't know.
Yeah, but they still have playoffs. They're guaranteed playoffs.
I don't know, I'm trying to do a little...
What are you saying, little bro?
6-4. You know, they secure a record above 500 at least for both teams. But you don't want to. You want to go 7-4, right? The cheesy apple balls, they want to do something. Bamboo with a nice touch right there. Argon, I'm just kidding. RB.
Argon? That guy stinks. That guy stinks.
Yeah, her just tier 1 is kind of lame, you know?
He smells really bad, like Argon does. Can't vouch from personal experience.
And a little bit of an overcommit. You know, what I'm noticing from this gameplay, you know, in expert analysis from a carried C1, alcoholic dunks is overextended. And you see that right now. Remind me, Hotshot, who did we want to see step up this game? It was a player on the cheesy apple balls. Who did we want to see step up?
Anna Noza, and that's what she is doing right now. In the opening goal for her team, 52 seconds in. And that's what we need to see from her if they want to win this game. And her and Bamboo starting to get a little more of a connection as we're starting to see, getting a passing play. And right now, Anna barely saving that. Leon trying to get a threat on goal now. But what a... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I need to start taking like Adderall or something. I can't focus. Anyways, Cheesy Apple Balls trying to get some more offense going, but not happening. RB in an awkward situation. Misses the backboard though. Oh, and it missed. Leon, unfortunate. You know, I'm not gonna give him shit for it because there are probably numerous times on stream I've done the same thing. But Bamboo getting a goal of his own off of a pass from RB, and now they're up 2-0.
Wow, we are seeing a change of events, and we're seeing some momentum coming out of the cheesy apple balls. It's what you love to see already. A completely different ball game. Now we're wondering, are the alcoholic dunks done? Is their mental a little bit different? I don't think so. This is not a team that I comfortably want to count out ever. You see a couple bumps coming in for the cheesy apple balls. You know, it's still It's still a 2-goal game with 3.5 minutes remaining. Right side seeing if he can make it a 1-goal game. That 50 goes straight up. Is anyone going to be able to there follow Leon? But guess what? Bamboo is back. He makes the save. We're seeing a lot more saves that we haven't seen earlier. Is RB going to be able to turn on that one? Bamboo is going to send that one into the net. It's a 3-goal game. This is completely different.
Rocco.
I love it. We have momentum.
Rocco, this, I don't know what they said in that VC. Cheesy Apple Balls is looking a million times better than they did games 1 and 2. And if they keep playing like this, the Pews is going to be on the way. And this game's already starting to look like it's getting out of hand. And Alcoholic Dunks needs to take a breather and just think about what can they do better. Because right now, as they're down 3 goals, not even halfway through the game yet, there's still plenty of time to come back. And not a lot of time to dilly-dally in nets.
Personally, I love it. I'm living for it. This is why we do a best of 5, and why eventually when we get to playoffs we do a best of 7. You can't tell from 1 or 2 games, you know? And really, I can't even tell from this 4th game. Yes, it's going in the hands of the Cheesy Apple Balls, but the Alcoholic Dunks are still in this, so they might have a scoring opportunity right there. Brightside is going to send that right to Anna. She's going to get that save, that much-needed save. Coming in clutch, is he going to outpace, maybe go for a 50 of some sort of pass, passes that right out? Their teammates are all a little bit overextended. This could be an opportunity if Leon's able to get anything, but no, it's going to be floating right around to the net. Bamboo! He's not quite able to connect on that. G-Llama is going to see what he can do, and this ball is dangerously right around that net for a little bit. Let's see if Leon's going to be able to outpace and potentially get a scoring opportunity right here. Bamboo's going to send that the other way, though. Brightside going to follow this up, but yeah, this is a game. This is a battle. Is RB going to be able to connect? He fakes the touch right there. Leon was not faked. He's able to get that save. Luma now burning his boost. Brightside seeing if he can boom it there. He has the pace, and it gets by RB, and it's a 2-goal game with 2 minutes remaining, just under 1:56 on the clock. And you're right, you know, that is important for the Alcoholic Dunks. And oh, hot shot lost connection, but it's a staff DC. So I'm just presuming that hot shot can't hear me, and it looks like I might be on my own for this one, unless Wasey's gonna be able to join. But I'll go ahead and take it. These players are continuing to play through this as this ball is bouncing around the blue net. Let's see, Leon hoping to get something. RB looking if he can turn and burn on this. This ball's kind of floating around. Sent back out to the mid. Anna can't commit to though. She's playing smarter, and there's a double whiff right there. RB just trying to get possession, and this is what you want to do in a situation like this. Just slow the clock down. You have a 1.5 minutes remaining as Bamboo's able to get that save. I love it. Their defense has woken up. They're getting the touches. They're not quite whiffing. It seems like something about the strategy has changed. Bamboo seeing if he can get a flipper set, isn't able to get a bump. G-Llama is going to be there for that one. RB, does he want to put up some pressure, but he also wants to make sure his team can get back in time. Brightside going to get a touch right there. Bamboo going to send that there. Leon with the 50, and Anna is keeping up the pressure, sending that right over the net. Is anybody going to be there? No, but RB stayed back. He was patient, but that 50 doesn't quite go in favor of them. And it's set back out. Bamboo, can he put a 4th goal in? Can RB put a 4th goal in? It's rolling right around the net. They're trying desperately. And with 53 seconds and counting on the clock, the Alcoholic Dunks need to make something happen. G-Llama loses that 50 to RB. That's sent there. That could be dangerous. 2 people up. Sent in the air to Brightside is going to be able to get that. G-Llama looks like he might have disconnected in the net. And I'm making a note of that at 37 seconds remaining. It's, if nobody calls it out, it happened at 37 seconds remaining. I'm not quite sure. He is back. Okay. Just wanted to call that out for the viewers back home in case that did become an issue. Don't know why. Maybe he had an itchy or something. He was disconnected, but 15 seconds of counting. Anna trying to put up a little bit more pressure. Can she get some more stats on here? Brightside. Ooh, is that a potentially dangerous overextension opportunity? RB going to send that one to the ground. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cheesy Apple Balls comes away with game 4 of this series, tying it back up at 2 games to 2. And we're headed to game number 5. I would offer to head to Champions Field, but I don't want to risk a server restart. Wait, are we on Champions Field? I don't recognize the fields, but Hotshot, what do you think about this match? Well, you see, Rocco as Hotshot. I'm just kidding. I love you, Hotshot. I'm not going to make fun of you and do a little impression, but I'm going to get a little bit of water and see. Looks like I'm on my own for this stream, this exciting game 5. And if you hear that, there's, if you check the radar, there's a potential Pews on the broadcast. But there's one important word that I said right there. It is potential. Nothing is guaranteed. This is why we play. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family and coworkers, and anyone else who may be joining us today, this is game number 5. Cheesy Apple Balls versus the Alcoholic Dunks series tied at 2. Now, the Alcoholic Dunks took games 1 and 2 in pretty decisive fashion, game 2 being 5-0. They held the Cheesy Apple Balls to 0 goals for about 10 minutes. They scored 9 unanswered goals before the Cheesy Apple Balls scored a goal finally in game number 3. And they took that momentum there and won the next 2 games. And Leon wants to take the momentum for game number 5. He gets his lead. He says, hey, we won game 1, we won game 2, you won game 3. I don't really care. You won game 4. I don't really care. You know what's going through Leon's mind? He wants to win game number 5. And that's what we care about. Game number 5. This is a best of 1 sudden death situation. Leon is going to get that whiff right there. Bamboo is going to get a little bit of a touch. Anna is going to clear that to the side. Now she has really turned it around after that last game. Her putting together a much better performance. I really hope to see kind of like a change of the tides for Anna. She's a great player who's just been a little slumping recently, and that whole team has too. And when you have a whole team slumping, it's difficult to pull off some wins. We've seen them slide a little bit in the standings. Brightside, though, does not want to be slumping as he's going to try to send it up for a pass. Bamboo, ooh, kind of 50 and sent out by Brightside. Is that a big boom from Anna? G Llama's probably not going to get there. He does not, but it doesn't matter because his other teammates are able to back him up, and that ball is not going to go into the net right now. Leon is going to send that right as a beautiful pass to Anna, but it's going to be 50 away by Brightside. G Llama trying to beat. Leon has that one more time. Anna, see if she can collect a little bit of boost and collect herself as Leon gets it right by her, but there's a little bit of a bump. Bamboo sends that rolling. Brightside. G Llama's going to pass it up to Leon, but it doesn't quite do anything. Brightside now, seeing what he can do. Can he get one more touch? Anna and him go for the 50, and it sends all the way back to the other corner where Leon is going to wait and calmly collect that. Gets one. Gets over one. Bamboo is going to get that. He has a little bit of possession. G Llama is going to send that. Anna is going to clap that right back. Bamboo is going to see if he can get a touch. It's rolling in front of the net, but nobody's there to capitalize. You can't make an overextension when this is a 1-goal game. You don't want it to be a 2-goal game. We've seen what the Alcoholic Dunks can do. They put on that pressure. They make you nervous. They force you to make mistakes. You don't want to give them any more goals. You don't want to overextend. You want to play smart like they've been doing these past couple games. And playing smart doesn't mean defensive. It doesn't mean just playing defense. It means knowing when to challenge. The Cheesy Apple Balls have been doing a great job of that recently, and they're trying to challenge right here, but it whiffs on the goal line. Bamboo needs to stay back. He's the last member back. They're unable to connect with that one. Leon's going to dribble that right in front of the goal. RB is going to see what he can do to try to get this one and send that, and it goes right by Brightside. And now Brightside is going to try to get a little back pass, but no one's quite there except for him. He's going to be in the net right now. If there's a bump opportunity, Bamboo can catch that. He's going to send that, but it's going to go right through 50. And Anna is going to be the closest one on the Cheesy Apple Balls to this one. See what she's going to do with that 30 boost, 40 boost in the tank right now. Bamboo, can he get it over one? Yes, he can, but it's going to be wide. Going to the corner. Brightside going to see if he can do that big boost. Sends that, and it's potentially going to the net. And a whiff by G Llama! And RB ties this game up just over halfway through. 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. We are tied at 1 in our best of 5. 2 games. Alcoholic Dunks. 2 games to see the Apple Balls. 1 whiff for G Llama. Well, 1 whiff and counting as RB sets that in. The Season 9 Grand Champion goes off with the assist. Actually, no assist right there. Yes, the assist Bamboo for Bamboozle. We see another low-scoring game. Leon with 226, the highest scoring player right now. We have Anna with 30 points. I want to see her activated. I want to see her doing a little bit more. And G Llama, what's going through his mind as he just kind of whiffed that one that gave the other team the lead. But oh, Brightside's going to see if he can connect this one, and he does. Brightside. He's always looking on the bright side. He says, hey, you know what? Yes, we're down, or we're tied. But on the bright side, there's still time. And he uses that time to his advantage. Transformers more than meets the eye, more than met the eye of that defender right there. It slipped right by him, right into the goal, and it is 2-1. And the Alcoholic Dunks have the lead once more. They've had the lead for most of this series, I would say, rather comfortably. And let's see what they're able to do right now. Bamboo is going to whiff on that one. Arby's going to see if he can send that to Bamboo. Bamboo is going to send that, but we've got 2 guys back. Leon and G Llama. Leon somewhat loses that 50. Is anyone going to be there? Anna is going to send that, and there's a little bit of a team bump right there. Potentially over Leon, but it's not quite. Arby is the one back. See if he can send that to the corner. He does. That boost might be swooped by G Llama. Yes, it is. A little boost either. And Leon's going to catch this one with 1 minute, 36 seconds remaining. You want to get control, but you don't want that type of control right there where you lose it. Leon does get the boost right there, though. A little bit fortunate for that. But Arby is going to send that right back to the net. A little bit awkward of an angle. And that ball is going to drop down, but G Llama makes up for that error. And he's going to get the stop on the goal line. Kind of was rolled right into his car. Arby's going to send that back. Anna is going to fake for Bamboo. And that's going to get stopped by Leon sent to the corner right there. Getting that boost, important in situations like this. If there's the ball's on your half for a while, you really want to get that boost, and you really want to get those booms. Anna really wanted to get that save from right side, slips it by. He says Fuse is not on the menu today. Alcoholic Dunks are looking to secure this one, and now the Cheesy Apple Balls have 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining if they want to pull off this win. Now, if you're a fan of the Alcoholic Dunks, all you need is 1 minute and counting to secure your number 3 seed. You've already secured a spot out of the playoffs. You're in the playoffs. You've already secured a pretty good seed, 4th at the least. But if you get this win right now, you get that 3rd seed. But Anna wants to set her team up with something good. They want to go not just 6 and 5. They want to go 7 and 4. But at this rate, it looks like it might not be happening. But I might have spoken too soon. But Brightside actually is going to be there, and they're really kind of camping and holding down the fort right now. A little bit of a boost steal right there from Bamboo, and that's going to be past the net. Boom! But it's going to be cleared away, and it's going to be up for it. Hits the wall, hits the sidewall, and Brightside's going to get that by Bamboo. Arby's going to see if he can send it back. Oh, potentially if Leon whiffs on this one, but he does not because Leon recently hit GC3 as we learned today. But Anna's going to send that. It's a potential passing opportunity. Nobody's going to be able to connect. Now, please send everyone into the opposing net. Get a little bumps action going. You have 11 seconds. Technically, all you need is a kickoff with 1 second remaining. But it does not look like that's what we're going to get, barring some sort of a miracle. And with that, the Alcoholic Dunks have secured the number 3 seed, the Cheesy Apple Balls. Not quite sure what their standings are. I believe they are still out of play-ins. I'm not 100% sure. Don't want to commit. But the Alcoholic Dunks stave off the reverse sweep. And they get it done. Let's go hop into their comms and see what's going on in their minds.
What is up?
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations on the win. First, honest reactions. How are you feeling?
Tired. It was like a 3rd game straight, honestly.
And a 3rd win straight.
Yeah, but honestly, we got a little closer than we thought, but just tired.
I'm ready for the 2's comp. Who wants to join me?
G-Llama, the always grinder. Now, one person I do want to hear from is Leon. Now, Leon, I made a joke. I compared you to Thanos after he collected all the Infinity Stones and did the snap in the Avengers. I said, what does Leon and Thanos after he retires have in common? Farming. Thanos became a farmer at the end of the Avengers, and you were absolutely farming those goals. Take us through what was the key to unlocking that offensive performance that was absolutely dominant in games 1 and 2 at least, and through the rest of the series.
I don't know. I just let Brightside and G-Llama do their thing, and I was just there to cherry pick, I guess. Slot in whatever was needed.
Yeah, well, not a bad strategy right there, cherry picking when you've got some good passes coming in from your teammates. Now, I do want to hear from Brightside. Obviously we talk a lot about tier 2s being kind of like the glass, or not the glass, the glue that holds everybody together. Was there anything that you guys said in between games 2 and 3 where there was a big shift and you guys kind of started to give up a lot more goals to the Cheesy Apple Balls, and then something else that you potentially said after game 4 when you realized you were on the brink of getting reverse swept, you almost got fused on? Take us through your mental. How was that going?
It was so. Like I said, we're tired. We just kind of wanted to end it, and I think since we won by a good amount the 2nd game, we were just kind of in that same mindset of attacking
and lazy.
Yeah, so we were attacking too much, and I think by game 5 we're just like, let's just stay back. That's what we do. We're actually a very defensive team. We rarely score, but we'll usually just defend for like.
We usually hit the post and then it runs out. That's usually what happens.
Well, whatever your strategy was, I did see a lot of offense, including from my man, G-Llama. Great offensive performance.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you put a couple of them in there. How do you feel getting a couple goals in there? Like, take me through the series. How was it from your perspective?
I feel good. I honestly, this one was streamed. The other 2 was not. I feel like I played a lot better than the other 2, but, I still played good. My team played well. They got some good shots, too. Some, passing plays, redirects, crazy. But there was one moment, I think in game 2 or 3, Bamboozle he got into a Rule 1 with me, and he got out of it, and that's when I knew we were gonna win the series.
That is absolutely true.
You never break a Rule 1, so.
Yes,
Damn.
I remember that moment distinctly. It was game number 2. There was about a minute left, if I'm not mistaken. I told Hotshot right then and there, I said, and Bamboo breaks the Rule 1, and that goes the series. Wrap it up. There is an automatic 3-season disqualification for Bamboo. It was heartbreaking. I'll be honest, I love you guys. I was rooting for the cheesy apple balls. I wanted to see them pull something off. But after that, it was hard to root for them, when they break the Rule 1. I appreciate you upholding the really important rules of Rocket League. Being a good team player right there. But, you guys are a little exhausted. I can understand that after 3 matches. Allow me to be potentially the first to tell you. I don't know if you guys have done the match, but allegedly, blame Hotshot if it's wrong. But with this win, you guys have secured the number 3 seed. How do you feel about that? What does it say about your season?
I think our team has been underestimated time and time again. And we're just going to keep feeling underestimated until we bring home the trophy. That's and people are gonna say, wait, Alcoholic Dunks is in the finals?
You guys are third place seed.
Playoffs.
Yes.
I know, but we're gonna be that's what people are gonna be saying.
Okay. I love it. Hey, you know what? None of you guys have trophies by your names yet. Will that change by the end of the season? G Llama says yes. Leon Brightside, what are your guys' thoughts? You guys have what it takes?
I mean, I think yeah, we can match up with most teams. I think it's just about who's lucky, on the day. I don't like to, put any pressure or say anything about winning. I like to think that, just staying humble and like Leon, like Llama said, let them underestimate us.
Perfect. All right. Well, last thing that I'll say before I leave you guys, have a wonderful rest of your night. Is there anything that you want to say to any of your opponents? Potentially either Cheesy Apple Balls or anyone else that you played today. And is there anybody that you're looking forward to playing in these playoffs as they come up?
Oh yeah, I'll go first. So basically, looking forward to play your team, because you guys beat the undefeated team. So you guys have probably most likely gotten better, because they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, we're unstoppable now.
And then also, I'm excited to play and beat Luma's fan club. So, yeah, there's nothing much to it. Hotshot's going down, and you're going down. Everybody's going down. That's it.
Alrighty. Any closing remarks before we call it?
No, just it's been a great season, everybody. Hope everybody had a good time, and let's do playoffs. Excited.
Sounds good. Well, you folks have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on the win and the 3rd seed, and have a good rest of your season. I guess have a good playoffs. Good luck until I see you, then bad luck. But take care, guys.
Catch you later.
Alrighty, with that, I want to say a big shout out to Wasey. Thank you for joining me today and for hosting. Really appreciate that, putting all the work for you. Big shout out to the sponsors. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Minnie, who has a very important message for everybody.
Yo, what's up, guys? For those who are sticking around to the end of the stream, I'm glad you guys still watched the whole entirety of the stream till it's ending. But as we mentioned in earlier in the broadcast many times, that we are announcing the prize pool for this season specifically, not for the other seasons. I wanted to, but nah, Lacey said no. But speaking of which, prize pool for this season is looking, I mean, it's all donation based, so it's obviously not a large chunk here, but it's if I remember correctly, it's $120 total. $90 going to first place, $30 per each player, and $30 to second place, which is $10 for each player. I know it's not even much. That's enough for one Chipotle meal. It's enough for one food for the day. But hey, we're all college students, or we're either all adults striving to live in a corrupted America, capitalism, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And yeah, that is the prize pool for this season. It's not much, but hey, man, it's all just donation based. And speaking of those donations, we got a shout out to the people that did donate to the prize pool, notably Anna. I mean, you subscribe to the channel. We got the revenue finally. W. And Brightside donated a huge chunk to the prize pool as well. So thank you to those two people that have donated to the prize pool, either through subscriptions or just directly. And yeah, that will do it for me. And another quick shout out to all of our server boosters, notably me, Green, Dezel is the only one that I see online at the moment. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Any closing thoughts, Rocco, before we end the stream?
My closing thoughts is I'm excited to see the last couple games of this season and get playoffs going. So, everyone have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for letting me cast, and see you guys later, alligators.
You